The
Oh,
old familiar slayer.
make sure audio.
Slayer's not quite the right word, is it?
It's negligent homicide.
Yeah.
It's definitely negligence. I don't know about homicide.
Manslaughter?
Um,
Familiar slaughter?
I don't know. Well,
Death by
I'm sure it's
familiar
probably
stranger.
illegal.
We can talk to an Asmodean for the semantics later.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Give an Asmodean leverage over us? I don't think so.
They're all lawyers.
Really hold off on calling any more familiars until we figure out what's up with that spell.
Yeah, but not all lawyers are Asmodean, just to be clear.
It's true, but all
Most of
Asmodeans
them.
are lawyers.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
Well, none of them are
feels
defense
like
attorneys. Well, no, actually,
racist, but not quite.
wouldn't be racist. It's against their religion.
Bigoted.
What? That's even worse.
Also, how can Never mind, I'm not getting into this. This is a trap.
That's like saying all Catholics are either pedophiles or masochists.
Why not
Do
both?
that.
It's got you there. Why not both?
Well, priests certainly are.
Boolean. It can be both.
They're terrible.
It's like
We're
all
fuck-
Boolean things can be both things.
They're terrible.
It's a Boolean or, not an exclusive or.
So, let's get this over with.
Are all paddles Boolean ors?
Oh my god.
Alright, who remembers what's happening?
Who just killed a Hydra?
And then it was swept off to the northwest by something we couldn't see.
The Knight. The Knight did it.
The night sky.
We can just use that to explain away all of our problems.
Yes.
Oh, the knight got him. Oh well.
The northwest just happens to be the direction we're heading, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Unfortunate.
the night sky.
Lovely.
We're about to solve the Knight's... What is taking things in the night?
Oh, I think
Solve
we're
the
just
mystery,
looking-
maybe not solve the problem.
I think we're actually just looking for
Oh,
some
yeah,
plants.
yeah, without a doubt.
Some plants.
We were looking for plants because an old man's becoming a tree.
Yeah, see, when you put it like that, it sounds kind of stupid.
Fuck, those are good notes. Okay. If I remember right, you guys... what did you guys... I'm assuming you guys decided to just continue the long rest after killing the Hydra.
Since we don't have to worry about the Hydra getting up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Seems like a solid reason.
Sure. Well, I forgot who's on the next watch then, because it was the second watch when everything hit the fan.
I don't recall.
Oh yeah, who watched previously? I don't recall.
I know Nihilus was first watch.
I
think it
think
happened
I
on my
was
watch.
on that. I was either on the watch when it happened or I was next.
I actually think it was my watch.
So,
Not sure we could have been on the same watch.
That sounds right. So then it would have been what, Shiloh and Taz last?
oops.
That sounds accurate.
That's supposed to be blind anyway.
Like most of you guys' perception checks are blind. Alright.
When I roll a 4, yeah.
Alright. The rest of the night's fairly uneventful. Doesn't really matter that much. The only thing that's of any real note is that the corvids continue to follow you guys. Though they seem a bit disappointed in the morning that there's not any viscera, just water.
How unfortunate for them.
Hydration is important.
Okay. I guess, assuming you guys pick up camp, right, I guess more accurately, I assume Nihilus spends 10 minutes and picks up camp.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
It's the most
I
efficient
guess
way
that's
we
my
have
new
now.
role.
I mean, it's just useful.
Yeah?
You're good at something.
I know.
Like, and it's just great.
Saves so much time.
I more meant the spirits, in general.
The Fae pranking
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
us by packing up our camp.
yeah.
It is amazing.
Haha, I packed up your tent.
Now you're gonna have to put it out again.
How dreadful.
Right. Ha, put out their fire. Anyway, the horses don't seem entirely spooked from the night. The Dound isn't spooked at all.
Hey, we still have them.
Yeah.
He's such a good boy. So brave taking care of the horses like that.
And I guess who is leading the way to navigate these bogs?
Alas,
the-
I was before, so
Okay.
time to get never-ending story.
It was Val, followed by Taz, followed by everyone else, I think.
That
I
sounds
think I
like the
need
right
a
marching order.
private GM role.
Survival.
Survival.
Yep.
Cool. 1 second. Sorry. Come on, a little faster.
Oh yeah, don't forget to actually apply your long rests.
Wait, was it really Val
Yeah.
guiding?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Val has the only single horse with a real saddle.
That's right.
Sorry.
I only because I have a decent survival.
For some
I just
reason,
didn't recall.
on my character sheet next to perception in the skill list, I have like this half circle and it says I'm half proficient in it. What that means?
I don't know what that means at all. I don't know how you could be half proficient in something.
It seems a little strange, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does seem strange.
Isn't that the same as just going to college and giving up?
Yeah.
Or just being like naturally good at it?
Just tell people that you went to college. Don't tell them the part where you dropped out.
How do you have proficiency?
Can you see it? Do you see it?
Bames Nond is having a strong.
Yeah.
James Nond is having a strong.
Huh.
Oh,
I guess half proficient exists. Are you proficient in perception?
let's say I think maybe I'm not, but I do get bonuses from it from
I
being
think maybe
from
I'm
being
not.
trickster.
You just
That
look
was a
at
sentence he
road.
just said.
Sure did.
I think maybe I'm not.
That inspires so much confidence.
Why do I?
You really get a feeling that he knows his character sheet.
Right.
Yeah. Like he knows what city
And
he came
maybe-
from,
Well,
what his name
Spirit
is.
spell.
Hey, he knows what country he's from.
He knows things.
What deities exist in this world.
And what those deities fight for and against.
Well, hold on. That's up for interpretation a little bit.
It's literally not, but whatever.
There's a whole class about it. About being slightly wrong about deities.
Can't help but notice that they're not playing that class, but I'm not getting into this. It's a waste of time.
Where does it tell you what you're actually proficient in?
Be your class page.
First level, blah blah blah. Your proficiency is double, blah blah blah. Oh, here we go. It's on the left. Yeah, you're just proficient in perception. Fix that. You're a rogue.
Well,
Oh,
I don't understand this half proficiency thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway. So
oh, if you just keep clicking the box next to it, it cycles through several things.
yeah,
There's also double.
you're probably double proficient in a couple of things.
Or expertise rather, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
off the sword.
Anyway, the journey is getting like a bit slower with the way that the terrain is working for you, or against you in this case. The land begins to get more and more swampy and sopping, and for the most part, you guys avoid walking through the bogs to avoid never-ending story situations. Right? You guys try to walk on the driest path that ends up winding around these bogs. And eventually, across one of these narrow land bridges, and then a good ways off from where you are, Val, you see a town.
A town.
A town. There's like a series of buildings that are all clustered together out in the middle of these bogs.
Guess I'll, stop the horse and indicate to everybody that I see a town, a cluster of buildings in the middle of this bog.
that seems odd.
Quite. Do we avoid it?
It doesn't really seem like a great place to build a town, so I can't imagine
70-30, it's a trap.
anybody being positive in there.
My bet is it's abandoned.
Demons are a safe bet. Demons are always a safe bet.
There's nothing safe about demons.
Could be a bunch of swamp druids.
They'd be living in trees, not buildings.
I don't think we'd find them so easily.
Those are made of trees. That's fine.
Do you listen to yourself?
It's true. Wood. No
Are
other
we real?
materials.
Did I never leave the first? What are we gonna do about this town? We going around? We going through? I don't know. Could be a good place to pick up some supplies. Also could be a good place to get, shanked.
Likely has better roads than the muck around it. And if there is someone here, we might get information.
And realistically, everybody that's tried to shank us so far hasn't been great at it.
I mean, I don't know. The Hydra was pretty good at it.
Disagree, but oh well.
I mean, we lived, but So you think we should go through, Sophia?
And 20 minutes to ride through, or 3 hours to go around in the mud. I think we go through.
Well, if the cannibal swamp people get us, we can just blame you.
There's cannibal swamp people there?
I'll feed them my leg.
I imagine it, be a bit gamey.
Maybe a little tough.
Yeah, a little leathery.
Speaking of leathery, before we head into town, I'm gonna bonk our people.
What do you mean, bonk?
Aid.
Aid. You, me, Sophia.
I'm full personally.
Temp HP.
Is it temp HP or bonus max HP?
Bonus. Well, it's
It's bonus max.
bonus max. That's it.
How much?
just
5 hit
fifth.
points.
Yeah, I did it second level, so just 5.
And that's to who?
I mean, whomstever wishes to have it.
Usually the frontliners.
So I figured me, Sophia, Val.
I have 52 health right now, then. Woohoo. So I guess we'll head our way into town.
There is a semblance of a path that leads to the town. It looks like it's been left to nature, basically. There's not a proper road that leads out of town, but there are roads in the town. Whenever you get close enough to the first couple of buildings, there's an old sign that just barely stands that reads Briar Hills.
Well, Val will take out her map and
Sounds pretty druidy.
estimate the position that they're on and mark down the location. Is this?
I mean,
I don't imagine this will be listed on the map.
No.
I figured.
is this like a worn path we're on, like a cart path or something?
It's not like a cart path. If you inspect the roads, it looks like the roads. If you there's probably maybe 3 or 4 inches before a proper stone road was laid underneath. If you dig through the muck a little bit.
No, like recent horse prints or anything.
No.
Abandoned might have been a good guess.
That's what they want us to think.
It's really the muck druids reclaiming what's theirs.
That's how they get you.
It may just be abandoned.
Guess we better mosey on into town and find out.
I have to AFK quick family thing.
Let them know they've been mapped.
That'll show him.
Yeah, we sure showed them.
Yeah, like we can show them the map.
And show them where we live. Great idea.
You have that on the map.
Yeah.
I knew we
Why-
could count on you, Val.
It's gonna be a long day, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, got any other details about this town that we're in right now? Briar Hill.
I mean, what do you want to know?
How do the buildings look right now?
Most of the buildings look fairly dilapidated. The windows are boarded, but the doors are either closed or torn off the hinges.
Torn off the hinges as if by a struggle?
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, make an
Normally I would
investigation
turn off
check.
easily, personally.
Yeah, y'all make an investigation check.
You asked the question, not me.
I'm asking aloud.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, you guys are walking silently in the village, and then
That's not a DM roll at all.
what again?
Oh, I can. There we go.
And what are you trying to find out about? Like, what are you trying to investigate? I suppose.
Yeah, what are we trying to investigate?
Just or signs of violence, I suppose, is what we were specifically looking for.
Yeah, like, does it look abandoned like they walked away, or abandoned like someone took them away?
Are there signs of forced entry?
Or forced, exit tree?
Let me see a thing there, Shiloh.
Enforced egress.
The 18?
Oh, yeah, you. Gotcha. Yeah, you. As you guys are moving through, and Shiloh's taking a look at these things, Shiloh, you notice that, as far as the doors that, as far as the doorways that are mostly doorless, it seems like some of these doors were forcefully entered from the outside. There's also, with an 18, you also notice that there are there's bits of wood on the ground, old and rotten, that you would recognize as like remnants of enamelments.
Guess I'll say that out loud. That there seems to have been a struggle here.
Any idea how long ago? I don't see any tracks or anything, so couldn't have been.
Can I check for any tracks or any
I mean, it doesn't take a very ridiculous check for that. It's like, I mean, you don't see any tracks, and with the way that the roads look, basically, this is a stupid example, but I'm going with it. You know how you open up a jar of peanut butter before you've ever taken any peanut butter out of it?
Yeah.
That's kind of how these roads are. There's like 3 inches of mud.
Oh, so it's gonna be really satisfying.
Yeah, and you guys are the only ones leaving tracks everywhere.
It's our road. We stepped it.
Might be a pretty good spot to set up a rendezvous point.
Yeah. Actually, Shiloh, give me a survival check.
on another one?
What, a survival check?
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
just
you
gave
rolled
you
one earlier. To see how long the things have been there? No, you
Yeah.
said to check for tracks. No, this
Yeah,
is
I was looking for tracks.
Yeah, this is a different
A new survival.
one. Another survival check.
Another one.
A better one.
It's okay, I'm not terrible at these.
The first one wasn't good enough.
Okay. So, Shiloh, when you walked into town, one thing stood out to you, which makes a bit more sense now, I guess. There were no fields.
Yes. Oh, okay, well, swamp.
Yeah, there's no fields. But as you guys are moving through, there are shacks, or like half shacks, which you've seen this type of building before. It's usually for processing game. There seems to be a disproportionate amount of game processing shacks.
Well, game respects
Hunting
game.
community.
Hunting in a swamp?
Almost comically, as Val says that, a doe gets spooked from behind a building. It just kind of skips through the street.
All right, well. Nature proved me wrong. Val actually like stares at the doe as it runs. You know, how
Hey,
long has
Val.
it been since we had fresh meat?
The Dound also stares at the deer as it runs.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest.
Oh,
the
great!
hunt
There's
tonight.
2 of them now.
Don't.
Certainly has been a while.
Yeah, as it skips across the street, between a couple more buildings and an alleyway, it runs past like a little bush. Bush is probably not the right word, but a briar, literally a thorny briar that is creeping up the sign of one of the buildings, and some little rabbits scurry out from there.
Do you think that's where this place got its name? Words.
I don't get it.
Get what?
I don't know.
It's clear that there's nothing here.
There's basically no signs of life here, only signs of a struggle.
Do we want to check the houses, see if they left anything behind? Could be some useful knickknacks. We left money.
And spiders.
All right, yeah, we can go.
If we check houses, we don't do it alone. Shiloh, which houses would most likely have or signs of the herbs we're looking for?
Probably if it is a small town, they more than likely have a local herbalist.
Was there any way to identify that house?
To identify the house of an herbalist?
Yes. Are there any signs still up?
I mean, there are some signs on some buildings. I'm trying to think of what check would make most sense here. If you suggest a check that makes sense, I'll go for it. But otherwise, it's going to be investigation, probably.
Well,
No,
roll investigation.
Yeah, investigation or perception, even. Just finding.
Yeah, I'll 100% roll.
That's
Did you get the investigation?
Investigation, yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's something that me and Sophia are actually really good at. I'll 100% roll it.
Stupid smart people.
Do you
Good
listen to
investigation.
yourself?
I said that out of character.
Oh, I'm not bad at investigation either.
I am fucking garbage at it. Y'all can have that.
Yeah, Sophia ends up finding a building that looks like it was likely for herbalism, just because of the structures that it has outside of the building. Actually,
For like hanging and drying herbs?
yeah. It looks like at some point there was a raised bed garden as well. The windows are boarded up, and the door is not destroyed. It is just closed.
I'll knock on the door loudly and see if anything stirs inside.
You hear like a skittering and then like a low growl.
I'll point to Val and say, hey, you're up.
All right. Val, draw her sword. Great sword in this case. What am I looking out for?
I heard some shuffling and growling.
All right, so nothing weird. Probably just a stray dog or something. All right.
Out here.
Hey, wild dogs exist.
Nihilus is going to look at the downed.
And if it's one of those, well, then I get practice.
Hey, now.
And I guess I'll open the door. Send me in. Leslie was right. I won't have a character by the end of this.
Okay. So you're just gonna go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably didn't need one.
You enter the building. I assume which weapons do you have, or is it sword and shield, or is it great
I'm
sword?
using the great sword right now.
All right.
But I do have the time for single combat. I do have the sword and shield like on me, just not drawn.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, Captain. Perception. Ew. Well, nice doing, y'all. There you go.
You see in the corner of the room, there's a little creature that is locked onto you, and it's a raccoon. It's a little raccoon in a corner of the room, just growling.
Oh, we're gonna chuckle and open the door. It's just a raccoon. We're good.
This is his Tom, and
Life finds a way. What are we on the lookout for in this place? Anything in
Books,
particular?
notes, and if there are any herbs that are, well, dried and not rotten.
Nerd shit. Got it.
Does the raccoon have any of that stuff on it?
I don't know. I'm about to find out because I'm gonna go conveniently search the room the raccoon's in.
they do scratch.
Are you gonna search the raccoon?
Don't
No, I'm not
spook
gonna
it.
search the raccoon.
Frisk the raccoon.
But I'm gonna be in the same room with the raccoon, and steal a glance at the raccoon every once in a while.
Oh yeah, the raccoon steals glances. It's sitting there,
And-
just making little raccoon noises. Really angry raccoon noises.
Toss it a trail ration. Sneakily.
It's gonna swipe at the trail ration, like it's trying to attack the trail ration. It's deflecting whatever strange attack that you're doing, and then it It's still really angry, but it eventually picks up the trail ration and eats it angrily.
Toss
Is this a
another one.
raccoon or possum?
It's a raccoon.
I'm gonna roll you a perception, I guess an investigation at disadvantage, because I'm distracted and I'm not really paying attention to this book thing. This is the first like normal fucking animal that hasn't tried to fucking maul us in so long.
The horses are so pissed off of
And-
hearing that.
You know, it's not
It-
something I have to kill.
Yes, Shiloh and I will do the real investigations.
Oh, hold on, I might get something. Okay, yeah, let's do this. My God. How does the raccoon lead me to books?
You reveal the roles.
Lead you to books.
I got a 20 and a 19.
Are you looking for books?
Yeah, I was looking for books, herbs, you know, what I was instructed to find.
Okay.
But mostly the raccoon. I even gave it a disadvantage.
Yeah, sure. As you're searching the room, you keep looking over at this raccoon. The raccoon is really, like, just super angry with your presence. Eventually you do realize there is a small bookcase behind the raccoon.
I'm sorry, what? Like a little raccoon-sized bookcase?
I mean, the bookcase isn't much larger than the raccoon, but yeah, it's like a little 2-foot bookcase.
But I will take out a trail ration and kind of like toss it to the side to lure the raccoon away from the bookcase.
Give me animal handling.
Oof. It's gotta jump for my trail rations, isn't it? Good news is, it's the same roll as always. My luck finally wore out.
It swipes the trail ration again, as like it's deflecting an attack. It actually manages to make contact with the trail ration and just yeets it to the other side of the room.
Rude. How do I non-lethally move this thing away? She's gonna like tap the ground in front of her with the greatsword, like right in front of the raccoon. Scat! Get!
See another animal handling
Oh God!
or intimidation.
Oh God! They're both the same.
Boy, this Raken is gonna be real tired of your shit.
Yeah, you
Just
scoot the sword behind the raccoon. The raccoon bolts, and everybody else in the other room sees this little raccoon come running out really fast and like bounces off of a few walls, trying to avoid all of these fresh bodies that it's just now encountered before it scurries out the front door and just waddles down the road. The Downed watches the raccoon.
I'll kill that. I'll kill it.
When's the last time you fed the Downed?
I gave some of the meat this morning. Pretty sure the meat's probably nearly done for.
In the meantime, tell me, what's in that smaller bookcase? What did I find? What did my raccoon friend help me find?
Alright, so there are a few dusty books down there. Are you gonna actually open the books and read the things?
I sure am. The distraction's gone. I've found something no one else has.
Does it explode?
Not yet. Give it time.
Episode 49. Val learns to read.
Let's see if I
I'm
can
not biting
do
that
this
bait.
correctly. Nope.
It's not even bait. We know you understand runes at least.
Runes are like letters.
You know, that's supposed to be something special, and
So the books are all herbalist identification books. So on every page there is a description of a plant,
handy.
as well as what kind of thing it could be used for. And on most of the pages there is a pressed plant.
Huh.
But on a bunch of the pages there is only a drawing.
I'm going to take this book to Sophia. Hand it to her.
And I will hand it to Shiloh.
And I will open it up.
Our new friend was hiding that.
New friend?
The raccoon. He was guarding it. It must have been important.
Hey, maybe
Our
he's
battle was
secretly a
legendary.
human. He's cursed to be a raccoon, and that's his book.
Val lets out a gasp. So sad.
More likely, is either the raccoon wandered in and found it, or the raccoon is the herbalist's familiar.
Well, there's lots of plants in there already, so, you know, we have kind of a basis. Actually, is the one that we're looking for in there?
Yeah, what was that one called?
Queen's flower.
Queen flower. I'll leap through looking for something that matches the description of the queen's flower.
It's probably 3/4 of the way through the book. An entry for Queen's flower. And it goes over some restorative properties, but alas, only has a drawing.
That's fine. That's a start. Now we know what it looks like, right?
Were there any handwritten notes or notebooks we found other than that?
This is all I found over there.
I mean, that one's handwritten.
Yeah, are there notes in the margins about where one might find
The plant.
the plant? Yes.
Words are hard.
I mean, it's noted that they usually grow around forests laden with magic.
So places that want to kill us.
Not scholarly notes on location. I mean personal notes on 2 miles in the woods this way.
No, there is a personal note that just reads "too risky."
Oh, well, that's not good.
We had to ask too many questions, didn't we?
No, it's fine.
Every question you ask, the difficulty goes up.
We're playing 20 questions. Every question is a level.
I mean,
Question 6 yet?
We're question 5!
games just make themselves at this point.
Actually, Nihilus, there is about this area in general, as you get further into the swamp and land, there is something enchanting about it. There is and everyone can sense these things, but there's like the smell of death, but also it seems like life in general flourishes from the death, because though this town is devoid of human life, there's ample animal life, and it just smells like decay. But the briars are full of leaves even in winter.
And Nihilus will point that out. It's just like it's like the land consumed the people.
Circle of life.
I mean, circle of life is one thing. I mean, it's like maybe the land actually ate the people.
I mean, given the state of the world, that wouldn't be surprising.
No, yeah, but it's just kind of.
I mean, nothing we can really worry about right now, right? Everything's in flux all the time, so if it happens, it happens, but lightning very rarely strikes twice.
Put my foot down in saying that we definitely don't sleep here.
No, certainly not.
Oh, I had no intention of sleeping in Podunk Swamp Town. But we got the nice book. Were there any other like herbs of interest in there? Any special properties or
Oh, in the book?
herbs?
Herbs of interest.
Yeah, like any
Special
other
property.
Oh my god. Anything else that's medicinal or strengthening or something like that? Or even just good seasoning?
Oh yeah, there's a good deal of herbs in there that are literally just for seasoning.
I am going
that
to
have
take
mediocre other usages.
I'm gonna take note of those seasonings. Because apparently that's something we desperately need.
Yeah, in fact, as you're going through and looking at them, you vaguely remember that there were little bundles in that other room.
How fresh we talking?
Old.
Okay.
But they are dried.
Kind of funny to me that I would be interested in herbs for spices and not just trying new kinds of rocks.
Rock salt?
Yeah. Why do we have to
Rocks are
stop
for
at rock
building.
salt? Surely there's other rocks that taste good too, right?
Rocks are for construction. What's wrong with you?
You don't want to try like a fucking quartz on a ham or something?
I would never be so bold. Quartz on a ham. Preposterous. Yeah, I'll take out that the bundles of herbs.
Obviously, you use sulfur.
Okay. There's probably like 3 pounds of herbs, of varying herb bundles.
I mean, you said they're old.
Yeah, but they're specifically dried.
Be right back again.
Yeah, as long as they don't have mold on them.
I'm presuming here that I can probably refill my herbalist kit.
Yeah. Well, your herbalist kit is for healing stuff, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Of the dried things that are left over, none of them are medicinally useful.
Almost as if somebody came through here already and got the useful stuff.
Well, they would have had to fight the raccoon for it.
And he was a mighty foe.
Yeah, you don't just take Raken's stuff.
Oh, he'll be back, and in greater numbers.
I don't doubt.
So, yeah. Do we have anything else that we need to do? Nothing else of interest in this herbalist shop?
I guess the only other thing to check for would be if they have a map of the immediate area.
No, there's no map.
That would have been so convenient.
Yeah.
Would
I mean,
made
we
life.
could probably check all the hunter's tracks for that, but I don't think that's worth the time.
We can actually. I think a map would be pretty useful for us if you want to do a quick drive by the hunter shacks. In and out though, like quick cursory looks. If they have cabinets, we can root through those real quick. But
Yeah, we don't want to spend too long here.
who knows what's waiting here?
Once the sun goes down, we need to be out of town.
Probably. This world hates us and wants us dead.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's
So
the
what? 2-3 houses of just
yeah.
Just
Looks
cut
like
scans
Quick
through,
route through 'em.
looking for a map, look for
Want
anything
that
useful.
investigation check, or should I?
you go. ahead.
You go ahead.
I mean, if you're both looking, let's get one of them at advantage.
I think yours. I think you have proficiency in investigation. I do not.
I'm at +6.
+4.
Then that sounds like a
I'm at +5.
easy answer.
At advantage.
Yeah, I did it at
You
advantage.
did it at advantage.
The KH.
Nope.
Nada.
Hold on.
Holding.
Gotta figure out what to ruin us with.
Yeah, truly.
Truly, truly.
Outrageous.
Da-da. Oh no.
Here we go. Alright, before
Alright.
our battle to the death begins, I'll be right back.
Of course, there would be that. That. Not that. Nope. Alright. So you find a couple things. I forgot the other thing's called. Alright. So, one of the things you find is there's like a 10-foot pole, and it stands out to you because while being made of wood, it has no signs of like wear and tear. And when you investigate the pole specifically, there's an inscription. And whenever you read the inscription, the pole transforms into a fishing pole with a hook, line, and a reel.
Sorry, a magical fishing rod.
Yep, it's a 10-foot pole that you can use the command word on the inscription to transform it to a fishing pole with a hook, line, and reel, and speaking it again changes it back into a regular old 10-foot pole.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Moving right along.
It's fishing time.
What? Fishing?
That's the inscription.
10-foot pole, you read the inscription, you get a magic fishing rod.
There's also a die left on a barrel between two boxes, and Sophia can recognize that it's magical. But you'll have to spend some time with it to know what it do. And then you find a scroll case. If you open the scroll case, pull out the parchment, and read it, it is actually a scroll of protection from beasts.
A lot of good it did them.
Is that in the new magic format or the old magic format?
It's in the new magic format.
Okay.
Curious.
So here's the actual pole. It's actually just this. This. And the dice you haven't figured out yet. Oh. And I know this is gonna fuck me later. Whenever it wants to load. There we go. You find Sophia also finds a key that she can detect as magical. And I believe you have some sort of way, don't you have some way of like deciphering magic stuff too?
Let's see. I have access to that spell. It is a ritual. So if I don't need to prepare the ritual, I can take 10 minutes to do that.
I don't know if you have to prepare rituals. I don't think you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, okay. So you can take 10 minutes and ritual cast Identify.
But I'm also not entirely certain artificers have ritual casting.
I don't know that they
They do.
do that.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, well then, yeah, there you go.
Well, there you go. Let's see. Choose an object, touch throughout the spell. If it's
Ritual
magic items,
casting.
learn its
Yes.
properties,
Yes, they do.
whether blah blah blah. Hey, actually, so you can do that for the dice, and you can do it for the key if you want.
Then yes, I will.
All
So
right.
it'll take 20 minutes to stare at mundane objects.
All right. So the dice, the die, actually, it's singular. You've seen this type of enchantment before. It's a charlatan's die. So it does require attunement. But if you're attuned to the die, when you roll it, you can pick what number it rolls.
Hmm.
The key, on the other hand, it's you've heard tales of these types of keys. The actual manufacture of the key isn't something. It's not something you've ever seen, nor do you know anybody who knows how to make them. But they're referred to as mystery keys. Basically, it's a key that, when it was made for a specific lock, but no particular specific lock.
Hmm.
So there's a small chance that the key will work on any lock.
It's like a Deus Ex Machina that decides when it's going to Deus Ex Machina. How small is the small chance?
It's 5%.
That's not bad.
It's not
Roll,
that bad.
roll. Yeah. Roll a d20 on a nat 20 opens the door.
Yep. So somebody should write down each of these items, whoever's claiming them.
I'll take the scroll.
Other than that, something of note, I guess. Every one of the shacks, the meat processing shacks, seems to be completely overtaken by briars, and all the briars have little berries on them.
What do these berries look like?
They look like blackberries.
Consult journal.
Yeah, consult the notebook.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
The notebook doesn't actually cover berries.
Very suspicious.
He didn't say they were red, so we've got that going for us.
Feed some to the downed.
Yeah, we find out they're steroid berries.
They were food pills the whole time.
The down just fucking destroys us.
The down's heart grew 3 sizes that day, as did the rest of the downed.
Nice.
So what's going on?
So there's nothing about the berries?
Not in the book.
Yeah, don't touch them.
Yeah, don't want to.
Okay.
Taz,
It's
aren't you
got
hungry?
bad news written all over it.
Alright. Isn't Taz hungry?
I'm a cardboard.
I mean, doing things that people tell you not to do is like your forte.
Not typically.
That's something he's really all about.
His raison debt, really.
It's just about Sam.
Sam?
You have no power here.
Let's just get the hell out of here, please.
Yeah, I'm with Val on this.
Well, I mean, Val's sort of in luck, as the tree line to the forest is actually within view from the north side of town.
Oh boy.
On we go.
I don't like that convenience, but, off we go.
The north road eventually sinks into the bogs, which it's a little bit better than the south side, if I'm being honest. I guess let's get a survival check. Whoever is gonna do it. Probably Shiloh, since this is the herbalist thing.
Oh.
Or you could do a nature check if you're better at nature.
Wouldn't the herbalist thing give them, like, advantage?
Yeah, why not? Makes sense to me. You got an herbalist book and you got Shiloh's actually already sort of familiar with this plant as well.
Spooky.
Well, this plant grows outside of the Anfarita. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Shiloh, you'll spot immediately the golden flowers that this plant has. Specifically, you spot a bunch of them, like literally a bunch, not like, I'm not saying they're plentiful, I mean they grow in bunches. Growing at the foot of a tree. And on the tree, there is a small carving, which you recognize as a cartographer's land nav mark. Specifically, it basically just means that this is the south side of the forest. And it's to help not get lost, so that if you wander into the forest, you wander out, you can find this marking and you'll know which side of the forest you're on.
That would be pretty useful.
But you said that was a cartographer symbol.
It is literally a symbol taught in cartographer land nav. And it's even more so. It's carved. It's carved in a way that would be respectful enough to the tree, not to anger the inhabitants of the Anfarita. Like, there's a designated way to carve into trees to where it doesn't harm the tree.
I thought this place was unexplored, as far as cartographers went. Like, we just couldn't get people out here.
It just means they never made it back.
Yeah, that's encouraging.
Were we informed about the symbol?
Yeah, I'll point this symbol out.
Okay. Val would be interested in it immediately. She's gonna take a look at it. Not that there's anything that could gleam off of markings from a tree. If it was markings from a rock, that might help. But
Shiloh, how many doses would you say you could make out of what's here?
Could that be a medicine check?
Yeah, medicine check makes sense.
That many.
You could probably make 3 doses off of that.
Probably make 3 doses off of this.
Yeah, with Thorny Decay, the old man only needs 1.
It's probably prudent to bring a second dose with us, just in case one of us catches something.
wait a minute.
Probably not a terrible idea.
What's that disease called again? Thorny decay.
Thorny Decay.
How do you get it?
Usually people catch it around forests laden with magic. The direct cause is not known. People can speculate. Some people blame fey creatures. Some people blame curses from druids against those who were spiteful.
Hey, Sophia.
Hmm.
You picking up any hits of any magic around here? Specifically, to point towards the briar bushes.
I can I'll take 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic and sweep
Sorry.
the area.
I'm sorry.
While I guess
Stupid hunch.
Shiloh can take that time to carefully gather the material needed.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I'm sorry. It's a stupid hunch and it probably won't even pay off.
I mean, you're casting what? Just detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary, but what's the? So when you cast detect magic, explain it to me. Explain what Sophia casting detect magic is like for Sophia. What's Sophia's perception?
I would say, as an artificer, I'm likely using a tool to do so. So something like,
Like a dowsing rod.
or like the stupid glasses with multiple lenses on them, and I'm
Oh yeah.
tuning them in and that nonsense. So it's likely visual. So I'm assuming that there's a noise floor for everything, that everything has a little bit of this or that here or there, but I'm guessing it would be a color or a glow to it.
Yeah, because like everything has some level of magic to it. The noise floor is higher than normal here.
Yeah, I would explain it that way. That nothing specific, just slightly more magical than regular woods.
I don't know if Sophia would have ever been around the Ampharita.
Didn't we pass through or by it earlier? Like
No,
back when we on the way to.
the road doesn't get close enough.
Then probably not in Amphrita.
Yeah, because basically the only people who go to the Amphrita are woodcutters, basically, for safety. So yeah.
So, just in general, this area, this forest
Noisy.
has a slightly higher concentration of magic. Okay. Sure. All right. Stupid. Sorry. Let's get the hell out of Dodge.
PPMs are leaking.
How rapidly are we approaching evening here?
I mean, you guys probably traveled for 4 hours or so. So it's still
Midday?
early afternoon.
Okay, we still have plenty of time.
So we can make it back probably past the village.
I mean, yeah.
How long did it take us to get here again?
I want to say this is your 3rd day of travel.
Let's how many doses do we have? Or how many doses can I make?
You can
I believe
make
you
3
said
doses
3.
out of what you had.
Okay. We should probably hurry back then.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of timeline we have here, but it can't be great.
Let's mosey then. Kick it in the high gear.
Alright.
Well, then it's probably a good thing I've been packing up camp these many times.
Hopefully
That's
so.
definitely saved us a lot of time.
Okay. So you guys start heading back.
It would
Yeah.
seem so.
Charlotte, one thing to note.
Quiet today, guys.
One thing to note that is a bit different from the Anfarita Woods, since you certainly have been there, or at least to the outskirts of it. The Anfarita is very, it's very forested, but it's not, this is very, like, wet, this area. And that ever-present smell of decay is very strong when the wind wafts from the north. But yeah, you guys can head back. The path back is probably a little easier since you can just follow your tracks backwards. Yeah, you could probably make it all the way back to where you had originally, or back to where you encountered the Hydra. You guys just truck on through.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Would probably be for the best.
Familiar area.
We're well rested since the Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Go from whence we came.
Go from whence we came. Alright. I'm assuming Nihilus sets up camp.
Yeah, sure. I got spells to spare.
Oh, do you do it instantly?
No, it's we don't know over this. It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's still 10 minutes of nobody having to set up camp.
Well, also setting up camp usually takes like an hour.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, I will be setting up
No problem.
a fire and trying out these new 7 herbs and spices.
I mean, the spell takes care of the fire too, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
And
Spirits
gathering
build a fire in a circle of stones, put up tents, unroll bedrolls, put out any rations and water for consumption. The
Oh,
area
what
is
am I?
cleared for our supplies.
If you're cooking, it wouldn't do that, but
Oh, they brought back wood for the fire too.
Damn,
They
now
did
I can't go
everything
get wood.
and without hurting the forest.
Assholes. how
or if
much
they
is-
did, it was the Fae, damn it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
I'm not sure I trust ancient herbs and spices, so I'm going to ritual cast Purify Food and Drink on them.
Understandable.
Just make sure they're not full of mold or whatever.
Alright.
Well, wait. Why are you purifying things?
I don't
Purify
trust
spices.
I don't trust ancient herbs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What are
Wash your
you-
vegetables before you eat them.
What are you planning on applying these herbs to?
Shit, you know. We had meat, but then it went bad.
Yeah, the only one who had meat was Taz, which it was fairly rotten.
Time for
That
a
didn't
hunt.
stop the downed.
I can go for a hunt real quick, see if I can catch me a deer or something. If anyone would like to accompany me, I've got a pretty decent survival, so I've got a good chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the Downs go for a hunt as well.
No,
No, you
after
keep that thing
you catch
here.
yours, after you catch yours,
You
No.
keep that thing here.
stop.
I'm gonna stick with it.
I will kill it.
I
I'm not
don't.
joking. I'm gonna kill it.
I don't think you want to do that.
Take that thing off the leash, and it fucking dies. It's gonna
Fine.
die when it gets back to town.
I'm
So,
staying
like, you know,
home. I'm not just gonna send it off into the forest on its own. That's crazy. It's madness.
I can't
So
tell
that's
if
where
you're
he draws
acting
the line.
stupid or.
Okay.
But regardless, you know, the thing is dying, right?
So you're going hunting?
Yes. Who's going with me? Anyone?
I will do it.
Thank you.
I'll
Appreciate it.
stay and do equipment maintenance.
So I will count him as an aid.
Okay, well. What are you hunting with?
I have a crossbow.
So I need a survival check with advantage from one of you.
I got a +4 in survival.
I also have a +4.
Hey, it doesn't matter. I'll do it. Oh God, interference.
Okay. 16 is actually pretty good. Okay. You actually able to get the tracks of what appear to be a deer?
What appear to be.
What appeared to be. I need stealth checks from both of you.
Oh jeez. Oh God. Stealth checks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stealth checks.
Okay. Let's see.
Actually, Shiloh should probably take the shot for this one. You know, gun.
Yeah,
Well,
gun.
you didn't beat the DC by enough to gain advantage, but you didn't fail it by enough to get disadvantage, so it's just a flat roll. But we get an attack from both of you.
Okay. Bows are the same roll as everything else, or they use dex.
I believe it uses Dex. I think all range attacks use Dex.
That makes sense.
The dice just slid across.
Still need the attack roll.
Plus.
Shiloh.
There you go.
Flat.
Brutal. Yeah.
I
both-
miss.
You both miss.
Really?
Yep.
Val looks over at Shiloh and laughs. We suck.
Or the prey was just quicker.
Well, survival of the fittest. And we were not the fittest.
We'll
Wanna
find
try for-
another.
Want to try for another one or head back?
Let's try for another.
All right, let's do one more. Then if we can't, head back and we can save the seasoning for another time.
Alright. Who wants to give me the survival with an advantage?
You want to do it this time or you want me to?
I'll do it this time.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Fucking bear.
Are you
Probably.
I feel like a bear is more of an encounter than. I feel like
Now
if you,
look.
I feel like if you found bear tracks, you wouldn't follow the bear tracks.
Valid.
I think I've had bear jerky before.
Let me see something.
Rations are basically just jerky, right?
I mean,
Most of the time it's like nuts and stuff, but usually it has-
Cereal, grains, and nuts.
The food that
No.
food eats.
Artec?
So you let me do this. Hold on.
nothing stuff.
Yeah. So the deer skips across the bog and escapes, but Shiloh begins to check the area for any kind of tracks. He finds some, he finds a little trail of tracks. I need stealth from both of you.
Oh god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How'd you get the same roll back to back? Okay. You didn't fail by enough to give you disadvantage. You guys find like a little. I know there's a real word for this, but it's a bunch of pigs.
Oh god, boars.
Boars. Well, there's
Hey, we
one.
found a word for it.
It's a den of boars.
A den of boars. Yes.
That's that.
Shoot,
Oh,
there actually
so-
is a name
It's
for
called
this.
a singular boars.
So, there are a couple of them in the group that look pretty sizable, but are you aiming at the same one or different ones?
I say we play it safe. Want to go for the same one?
Yeah, I feel like safe is the way to go here.
Because I mean, let's be real. It's gonna take both of us to carry one of these motherfuckers. No, never mind.
Yeah, I'm not
I
very
got
strong.
this.
So let's see the attack rolls from both of you.
And crit miss. Wow, I was close. Fucking kill me.
Hey, damn. Shiloh's really good when he doesn't use his other ability to make himself really bad.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see the damage.
There's no boar left to eat.
Look,
You just coat all the other boars in
don't worry
viscera.
about that part.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Uh,
how long has it been since we fought the Hydra?
that was last night, so
Okay, we have taken a long rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
okay. Yeah, both of you loose your shots. the boar you were both aiming at seems like it takes like 4 or 5 steps trying to run and then just plants itself in the mud and the rest scatter.
Nice shot. Nice shot, Val says as she takes her arrow out the ground right in front of her. You can probably see why I used the sword.
That's fine. I can give you lessons sometime.
She thinks for a second. No, I've tried. Just doesn't have the same impact. Can't get into it. If I can't get into it, I can't learn it. It just goes whoop in one ear out the other.
Maybe we just need to find your tool. What about, say, a sling to hurl rocks at something?
She really ponders this one. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
So who's going to do the survival to remove excess weight?
Oh, I mean, alright, I got you. Alright, I'm somewhat decent at this.
It's at advantage, because I assume you're both doing this.
That's a 16.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a 20.
nice.
Beautiful.
So
I-
after this thing's been gutted, probably not skinned yet, since you gotta bring it a little ways back to camp. There's probably 120 pounds of meat on this thing that you're gonna be able to just take,
Ooh, Lordy.
and it's probably gonna take both of you to comfortably get it back to camp.
I carry around Hydra body parts.
Yeah. So you're gonna carry this around too?
Well, that's back at the horse.
Yeah.
Oh god, you're right though.
It's 100.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how much meat is on there. That's not how much it weighs. There's probably 30 pounds of bone and skin as well.
That was the fucking huge boar then.
Yeah, it was a big boar.
Boars are big.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I've worked with them.
So what's everybody doing while these guys are gone? 'Cause they're gone for like a couple hours.
Equipment maintenance, update Dina on the magic items we found. Let her know we found the medicine and are on our way back.
Okay.
Guess they
Dina,
died.
Dina will ask. She's intrigued about the city, or like the town. So it's not. I didn't see this town on any of our documents.
Did y'all tell her about the symbol?
And I'll let her know we found the south of forest cartographer mark on the tree by the flowers.
That's very odd.
I'm not there, so I can't ask why it's odd.
I mean, I assume whichever squad left the mark never made it back to base to update the rest of our maps.
Yeah. You
Sounds
think they made it back, Dina?
I'm not familiar with any squads that have been sent to these woods. But then again, most missions are on a need-to-know basis. I would expect that no one would know that we were sent to Agorian. Considering we're technically spying on them.
You know, checks out. Makes sense.
We haven't actually done a whole lot of spying.
Well, we've actually gathered quite a lot of information about Agorian that was otherwise unknown to us.
I'm not
No,
there.
like-
I'm
like
saying that out
there.
of character.
Yeah.
But, you know, like how they're openly plotting war against us as soon as West Crown's out of the way, and Longacre,
To be
wherever
fair,
the hell that
was-
is.
That was
Well, fuck-
speculated.
Whatever the fuck a Longacre is.
But I imagine it's while you're updating Dina that these two come trotting, carrying between them a rather large hog. Big honking hog.
I will once again purify food and drink, just so there are no parasites or disease to worry about.
I need to know what this purify food and drink looks like.
Huh.
Oh,
I'm
now you've done
likely
it.
going over it with a meat tenderizer.
Just hitting it with a hammer. This'll get those parasites.
Gets them every time.
A magic.
Yeah. Magnum.
A thermal meat tenderizer.
Pulls out meat tenderizer. I'm sorry.
No.
Pulls out it's like one of those bladed meat tenderizers, but he applies a coating of some sort of solvent on it.
Pull out my. I have a magical scepter specifically for treating various meats. My meat scepter, if you will.
I fucking. There's no point to existence.
Honestly, the people who don't exist are lucky at this point. But yeah. They
So
walk
yeah,
up with
dinner.
their big old hog.
If we could get you
Y'all
a
talking to Dina?
metamagic rod for that.
Hog rod?
Yeah, I gave her an update.
Oh. Did you tell her about the sign? Get any information about the people that were out here?
She said she hadn't heard of it, heard of any, that was odd, but...
What the hell are you talking about? Did Dina know, like, everything?
I appreciate the sentiment, Val, but no, I was just saying that I wasn't aware of any squads that were sent out to these woods, but as I explained to Sophia, no one knows we're out here either. How did the hunting trip go?
Big
Val
boar.
stops and drops the boar.
Sounds
They
like
seem
it
to have
went well.
left some bacon.
And immediately starts fishing through her bag.
It is curious that they would build a town on top of a bog.
Perhaps it wasn't always a bog.
That's my suspicion.
That is what I said.
The
Same
road,
sod.
the road sunk into the bog in the north.
I mean, is it unusual? Does anyone normally live in bogs?
And there are people living everywhere.
I don't
Val,
have a problem.
There's
Val
frog
finished-
people. They live
Go
in
ahead.
bogs, right?
Val finishes rooting around in her bag and she taps her pin. Hey, Dina, if so there's one symbol out there, right? That means that, standard procedure, there should be more, right?
It depends
When-
on if they got lost. If they keep popping out on the south side of the woods, once they find out they're on the south side of the woods, they would mark a tree to say that they're on the south side of the woods.
I just got this feeling about the. Never mind. It's dumb. Don't worry about it. Sorry. I'm gonna get started on this board, guys.
There are no dumb questions, Val.
She gets kind of quiet and leans into the pen. I mean, you said you didn't know where my brother went. And they did mention a village.
Did he mention a village?
Yeah. The letter literally says, I don't know how this will find you. Our unit has found the village. It's not what they think. There is a bigger threat. I mean, I know this is a village. That would be dumb. That would be too easy.
I just don't know. The only thing that doesn't add up to me is why would he have been sent to investigate this village? We would have
Well-
to know of the village first.
Well, clearly somebody did, because we found symbols around here. But, again, it's a long shot. It's stupid. I mean, this place doesn't have any importance at all, you know.
Do you think this village is technically Chelish?
Guys, where are we on the map right now? Like, how far have we actually traveled?
And technically, Chelish, yeah.
I mean, technically, you guys are somewhere in this area.
We can't see that.
Yeah.
Let me see something.
Just tell me when.
Somewhere in that area.
Okay, so we didn't even make it past the bend in the river.
No. Where the tree line starts is where the forest starts. Rough.
What do you mean by Chelish?
Well, would they have been aligned with Agorian?
It was just a hunting village out there. Again, and it was just a hunting village. I doubt, that has any importance.
The way Sophia described it, it sounded like there was some sort of struggle. Who were they
Yeah, I mean, the
struggling
place looked like
against?
place looked like shit, but I mean, that's could have just been wear and tear from time.
A bear making its way through to investigate, perhaps?
I found one pissed off raccoon. Look, I'm trying not to get my hopes up here, okay?
Surely
Or-
the raccoon. That's what scared the people off.
Okay, look, I know it was a stupid comment, but really. You sure it wasn't just coincidence that, like, I don't know, maybe a squad decided to do their own thing, came up here, never came back?
There are plenty of squads that go missing.
Certainly wouldn't be the strangest thing to happen.
She can hear the stupidity in her words as she says them.
It's a possibility. If a squad had started some sort of community here and then the city of Agorian gets wind of it, I'm sure they wouldn't take kindly.
I'm gonna regret asking this question, but do you want us to investigate the village?
I'd like to investigate the village. But,
We have a
You guys-
task to complete first.
yeah, but we can always come back.
Yeah.
No, we can't come back, guys.
Yes, we
have
can.
to
We
get those
don't.
guys out.
We don't have to go through Agorian to come back to the woods.
Are we not in Agorian territory?
Unfortunately, Sophia,
We're past the wall.
it's technically true, but it is most practical. Traveling
Like-
through the influence of the Black Pearl is inadvisable.
then traveling through Agorian is even more inadvisable. We're here because we have to be.
Well, from what I've seen from my point of view, traveling to Agorian and from Agorian is nigh impossible.
I know we have a job to do. I know that someone needs help, but this could be big.
I've done a little bit of scouting on my own, and there is physical limitations to traveling overland to Agorian from West Crown and back.
What kind of physical limitations are we talking?
When you originally left me here, I had seen something that was quite startling, and that was a construct made of corpses.
Oh, right, that thing. Yeah. There are a lot more of those?
There are a lot more of those. And stranger, but it's all very gross.
So what you're saying is, when we leave Agorian, we're not coming back unless we have a job.
Well, we still have scouting to do in Agorian, but it's seemingly committed to extracting that family. And it does seem like the only way out of Agorian is by me opening these doors whenever you return.
Vala shakes her head and keeps working on the boar. I'm sure it wasn't important anyway. I mean, we'd know if it was. We got a job to do. Let's take care of that.
Suppose it does need to be the focus.
And please tell me that you guys are using the spices you found on this board.
Yeah, that was the plan.
I'm so proud of you.
Do you need a survival check for my cooking?
Yes.
Oh, God. Prepare for burned meat.
Take a
I
roll.
need-
Because
I
she
need
is
an
not thinking
anxiety
about
check
cooking.
about Dina giving us a compliment.
Pretty good.
What was it?
17. Yeah, it's boar.
Wait a minute. I'm a little confused. Dude. And then this. Wait. Oh, that was that. Yeah. I understand.
Are you okay,
Yeah, hold on.
Buster Wolf?
How did you do that?
Do what?
How did you know what the number was?
I don't know, honestly. I have it set to private.
I
He
know.
has it set for private GM roll, not blind GM roll.
No.
Oh.
I revealed the number just a moment ago. But I don't
Oh, I spent the
understand
dice
how
roll.
Oh.
He's had it set to private GM roll, not
Yeah, my
blind GM
Ah.
roll.
I mean, it doesn't
I
matter.
wonder why things were fucky.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's good. It's like actively good. It's like the first
Tastes like,
real good food you've had in a while.
tastes like depression and loneliness.
What are you actually doing with the board? Is it just like one big ol' like spit roast?
I'd imagine it would be whatever's easiest for her at the moment.
Yeah, that's probably what's easiest.
Which boar is not easy. Pig is not easy at all in general, but you know.
Just a big
Slab of meat.
spinny boy.
Just
yeah.
cut out the tenderloins, skewer them. They're cooked pretty evenly.
Yeah, does Robert have a raw to cooked preference?
Robert has a
A
fixation.
meat preference.
Yeah,
That's easy to work with.
yeah.
He's not getting no. Your dog. That thing does not get any of the boar.
Robert wants the boars so bad.
It gets none of it.
We'll go for our own hunt.
This is people food, and that's an abomination.
Val, come on. There's plenty to share.
Shut the fuck up.
Val, there's no need to be like
I don't
that.
talk shit when you pray for 10 minutes over a gold coin, okay? So how about you not judge me for being pissed off that I have to sleep with a demon 10 meters away from me?
Those aren't related in the least.
It literally is.
Alright.
How would you feel if I started spitting on all your gold coins, huh? Would you like that?
He's got you there.
Start throwing them in the lake. We don't need them.
Val, come on. Now you're just talking out of anger. Let's all just calm down and have some
No,
gore.
if you people can't see why this is bothering me, then you're all fucked in the head.
I can totally see why it's bothering you. I mean, I follow Desna too, but
Like why?
without actually, lashing out and killing it, Taz is gonna do what Taz is gonna do. So,
Then maybe Taz is a liability.
I'm totally in agreement.
I'm gonna state again. We all have our problems.
No, this is not a problem. This is a refusal to listen. This is a refusal to compromise. This is a refusal to give a shit about the people around you, Taz. I've been letting you know the entire time that I am uncomfortable with this. And you don't care.
I understand your discomfort, which is why I would never force you to own a down or mount a down. I wouldn't force that lifestyle on you, but I wouldn't expect you to force your lifestyle on me.
You are literally subjugating us to its presence at all times. We cannot get away.
Not that I'm taking a side here in this situation, as I don't really care about the Dowd. It's not as though this is the first bad decision that's involved demons or devils in this group.
Or just the general chaotic creature that is currently housed inside one of our compatriots right now.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
If we're getting it out there that we don't like the Dowd and that this is a problem about people making decisions against other, just willy-nilly, while we're bringing it up, let's not make any more deals with demons.
Oh, I totally agree. That was lunacy for me. But I have to say that it was a situational matter.
Now, hold on a second. I'm going to back you up on this because, one, demons and devils are not the same thing. Yeah, they're still evil, don't get me wrong, but at least one of them will, try to bargain you out of your soul. The other one will just fucking eat you out your ass.
The Down is not an intelligent creature and is therefore neutral by all intents and purposes.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Stop trying to justify that abomination's existence.
Is that not true, or not? Or
you saw people get turned into demons.
Are unintelligent creatures not neutral? You have to have an intelligence to have a concept of good and evil.
Are you asking a meta question to the DM out of character?
Yeah.
I mean...
Does it have to be consciously evil to be evil? Or can it just be passively evil?
Is evil a nature? We already know the answer to this question. Yes, absolutely. Evil is a nature. Black dragons.
Which are intelligent creatures.
This is not our world. This is not run by the same rules and all that. And gods literally come down to this planet and tell people what their theology is. Okay? There's no interpreting the word of Desna. There's no interpreting the word of Sarenrae because they've literally told people with witnesses and shit.
Yeah,
well,
and
they're also mortals that can change their minds at a split second for any reason.
To be fair, there have been I know it comes up every time this comes up, but Nocticula. Literally,
Demon
there
Princess
have been
rose to
outsiders that have switched sides. It also happened the other way around with
There's also gods that literally lie about everything.
Yeah, that's cool. Nocticula is the exception, not the
No.
rule.
It's
It
not
would be-
just Nocticula. What's Regathiel's son?
No, it was Regathiel himself, is the son of an archdevil and the queen of fire snakes, or whatever it is, in the chaotic neutral plane.
No. I thought Regathiel's
Regathiel is the
switch sides.
Regathiel is the one that did that. Not Regathiel doesn't have a son.
Oh, really?
But nonetheless, it would be a little counter to Desna to deny something existence based on your own prejudice, wouldn't it?
Based on my own prejudice? How about my
Yeah.
own experience?
Not with
How
this
about
creature
your own
specifically.
experience?
Not with this creature specifically.
With these. First off, I cannot believe that people do not know the
Oh.
difference. I know the difference. Me. I'm an idiot, and I know the difference between devils and demons. Okay, devils fight demons. That's how bad demons are.
Well, I'm not arguing devil or demon.
Oh yeah, Regathiel's the son of Dispater.
And Feronia.
No, all I'm saying in that regard is that we're comparing apples to squids if we're talking about keeping a literal hell monstrosity that wants to eat us in our sleep
Abyssal monstrosity.
You're not helping yourself,
to
Taz.
making a stupid decision to save our friend. This and that are two different things. One of those decisions was made out of selflessness and caring, and the other one was made out of stupidity.
Yeah, but I'm also not giving control over to a evil creature. I'm just riding it.
This is, you know what? I'm tired of having this argument, alright? So I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. When we're done, I'm killing that thing, whether you like it or not.
Desna would frown upon that.
No.
No.
And Val's gonna like shove her food aside and head to her sleeping spot. She's gonna pass by Shiloh on the way and mutter to him, "I can't believe you're okay with this."
Him. Jesus, I get that mixed up every time.
I can't believe you're okay with this after what we had to do.
I mean, clearly there's some kind of business in selling Dowds as mounts. I don't imagine it's as
When in
dangerous as it's being made out to be.
When in Carvosa, write it down.
It's not about that, Shiloh, and you know that.
This isn't Corvosa.
Yeah, I don't know any applicable.
Out of character, Shiloh, are you forgetting that we killed people that were turned into like half versions of these?
We've also killed
Is
just
it?
people.
Is that what they are? Yeah,
Those-
they were turned into dretches, not
Yeah,
into
but
Dowds.
those are like halfway to demons. It's an attempt.
Dretches are demons.
Yeah. Val does not like demons. It's a constant reminder that she is staring at a constant reminder of what she did.
Oh. There's
That was a
clearly enough
character-defining
of
moment.
difference.
A
think
demon
that's
is a
fair.
demon is a demon.
Sure. Like,
I'm
from
sorry,
my perspective,
out of character. Am I just being a no fun allowed right now? Like, is that
Well,
it?
are you also going to burn down the stables when we get back to town because it's full of Downs?
God, if I would, I could. If I could, I would.
Yeah,
Believe me.
but I am following the general customs of the region.
Look, I have control over how I kill this one, okay? I can't control the ones that are in there because if I try, I'm going to get everyone killed, okay? So I grit my teeth and bear it while I'm in the town. But
But
out here, well, there's an abomination that needs killing.
not this one. There's plenty out here, but this one's not causing trouble.
No. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. You know true evil exists? Like, real, actual, just inky, black evil that hates and knows nothing but hate and hunger?
Yeah, I was a slave for 20 years.
Out of character, I have no idea what your backstory is.
Yeah, but we all knew I was
It
a slave.
seems like it changes.
20 years? How old is Taz?
Mid-20s.
I can't tell if I'm being shitposted or not.
Mid-20s. I mean, do you not remember, what was his name?
Apparently you don't either.
Yeah, Taz has a storied history.
That not even he remembers.
I think a lot of us do. And honestly, you know, from Shiloh's perspective, most of this entire time has been making wildly reckless decisions. So from going into portals to trusting void creatures to making deals with devils, even if to save a friend, which again, I know there's a narrative here where it was what she needed, but we didn't know that. You guys both jumped at the opportunity to make a deal with the devil. So like this is not really like a deviation from the norm here as far as Shiloh feels.
Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm not trying to, like, tell Shiloh how to feel, okay?
Or I
What
was
I'm
looking at
saying
the
is,
overshoot.
in Val's point of view, this was a pointless decision to bring an abomination that feels nothing but hate, hunger, and hate along because it's a cute little doggy dog.
He was the
And every time he
Other
sits
half
there
one.
fucking petting it and loving on the fucking demon that wants to rip our faces off, Val stares at it and remembers the fucking kids that she had to kill.
That's like the connection that I guess I'm not making. Is like, yeah, they were both demons, but like they're not the same.
Is a toy poodle and a golden retriever the same thing?
Well, I keep saying that demons and devils are the same thing, but y'all keep saying that they are anyway.
Well, as far as narratively, meta-wise, I don't think we really have in-game a structured separation because they're all void beasts to us. It's all Fae and Fiends.
Becky was who I was referring
All right,
to.
DM,
Just,
DM, settle this for us.
Ma'am.
What's up?
How about the DM can shut this shit down? Would we know the difference between devils and demons?
Depends on how much you paid attention in class.
Religion check.
Yes.
It's a religion check. Yeah, if you don't know whether or not your character knows the difference, it's a religion check. Sophia knows the difference.
I've been sitting here talking about it the entire time. I asked you a few sessions ago, like, as a Desden, would I know this? And you said, yeah. But for some reason, it keeps coming back to, well, they're just void beasts to us. Devils, demons, they're all the same thing. They're just void beasts. But they're not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're
They're
talking about
literally...
theological theory.
And in
Like-
theological theory, like, one of the bases of Desna's whole stories is that she went on a fucking killing spree over a priestess.
Wouldn't Desna be more dynamically opposed to lawful evil creatures?
She wasn't killing devils.
Yeah, but dynamically opposed as far as alignment goes.
Oh my god, it's
Less
Let's-
likely to come to an agreement, not necessarily more hostile towards.
That feels more like speculation rather than
Objection,
That's
hearsay.
done.
That's steps on a 3x3 grid, not actual politics.
Yeah, like, this is the problem when you consign things to lawful evil, lawful good, lawful neutral, and stuff like that. No, she fucking hated demons. Demons. Specifically, demons.
Like, she does fight against hell as well, but primarily demons.
So we're
You know,
Where-
demons, things that
Chaotic
Moloch-
evil is the big bad evil guy in the pantheon, because lawful evil, lawful good, and chaotic good all fight chaotic evil.
Chaotic evil cannot be controlled. It cannot be reasoned with. You cannot come to an agreement with it. It wants to kill you. It doesn't have a reason to want to kill you. It exists to hate. It comes out of the abyss. It doesn't know why. All it knows is that it wants to fucking kill.
you're kind of describing yourself a little bit,
That's really reductive.
but it's a little true.
And I think with that, we're done.
Like, I am trying to get across, like, why this is important to my character and, like, why she keeps going at this. And every time it's just like, oh, but
Well,
it's a
that's
cute
like
little
your
dowd.
opinion, man.
I mean,
Hey, we're all Desmonds here.
Apparently not.
Whoa,
Apparently
okay.
fucking not.
I was with you up until that.
Because literally, explicit hatred of demons.
Roll the religion check, Taz.
A
That sounds,
5-second Google search.
just
Yeah,
Google.
Sounds
Google?
pretty. That sounds like a pretty lawful tenet for a chaotic goddess.
Hey, Taz, roll a religion check.
That's the
can do that.
stupidest. That is the stupidest way ever to write off a bias towards something.
Well, see that you said it
That
yourself.
sounds so lawful.
You have a bias towards it. You said it yourself.
No, Desna straight up has a bias against demons. Why wouldn't she?
Oh, sure, a bias. And of course, if a demon were to harm us in any way, I would be the first one to step up and hit it from 30 feet away.
This conversation's stupid. It's
Yeah,
going nowhere.
Let's save the vitriol for the demons that want to harm us.
They all want to harm us.
Let's
Why
save
do
it for
you
the ones.
think this thing is so cute and fluffy? It's not. It wants to kill you. He has actively described it wanting to kill you several times.
To be fair,
Once.
there's
It's not funny.
The only mentions of demons is whenever Desna invaded the abyss.
And went on a right old killing
Demon
spree.
Lord Aular possessed the recently deceased priestess to kill other priestesses and their loved ones. And
Specifically as retribution.
I didn't know that. Like, I get where a lot of this is coming from. I just didn't know that, like, we were, like, super devout Desmonds.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because that's the part that,
You
like,
may not
these
be.
are storied things, and, like, it hasn't really come up much until now.
you may not be. A big thing that I wrote about this character is that she has to constantly be in conflict between the fact that she has to do this job if she wants to find her brother, but she just wants to not. And see the world around her, and, like, she feels strangled in this environment constantly. Like, I'm not good at playing religious characters, okay? But I always very much intended for this to be my first, like, actual fucking religious character. It hasn't come across very well because, like I said, kind of new to it. But a hatred of demons, like, seems pretty commonplace, honestly. Yeah, they're storied, but, like,
It makes sense to me.
But you're also being like vehemently paladin-like about it.
no, I'm not, because, like, this isn't, like, there
I
are very
feel
few
like-
things that are actual black and white, and one of
So-
them is demons are bad.
Ooh, about
Mm-mm. Yeah, I disagree with that.
Yeah, that's... Demons are not black and white. That's the worst part here. But, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but here's what I'm... here's my headcanon for what's actually happening. Val is traumatized because she killed what were effectively people at one point. And every time she sees this demon, she sees the people she killed. And she is using her religion as an excuse. As religious people do.
Fuck.
And I'm actually quite interested, and this may be fucking poisoning the well, but I'm quite interested to see if she can actually kill this down.
Well, you won't see that. Because the group rallies behind this fucking murder machine. And that makes it worse. It makes it worse that everyone that people defend it.
I don't think
We've seen it murder no one.
Except for Taz.
Well, Shiloh too.
Only to a reasonable amount, like calling it a murder machine. We've not seen it murder anyone.
No, Shiloh has been aggressively neutral.
And that bothers her because, like, Shiloh helped.
Yeah, but again, Shiloh's the most conservative in the group as far as, like, not doing wacky things. And he doesn't have enough influence in the group to stop the wackiness.
And this is where we come to a
this
huge
battle so long ago.
This is where
we've
welcome
gone
to
through
Dawn.
yeah, it's fine.
Every single opportunity for a bad decision has ended in taking the bad decision.
hey, Lychus.
Sophia and Shiloh are the two that are just like, God damn it, guys.
Welcome to my life.
Let's not go through the portal to who knows where, guys.
Last campaign.
Let's not teleport across the planet, guys. What? Too late.
Last campaign, Lychus. Lol, Desmond stuff. This campaign, Lychus. Oh no,
damn it, Desmond stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, how the turns have tabled. And, like, I try to tone it down, because sometimes, like...
We don't need to jump through every portal that shows up before us.
And also, I have to remember that Val has a thing that she's trying to do. So I have to balance that, but, like... This one's a no-go, guys. Like, this whole thing, and people defending it in front of her makes it worse.
The only one I know who has...
The only one defending it is Taz. Shiloh said, that's a bad idea. Sophia
Shiloh's
said,
taking
that's a
the
bad
aggressively
idea.
neutral stance. She's reading as defending. Like, if you're not with me on this, you're against me.
That is a sign of a personality disorder.
That is a sign of someone who's hurt.
If you're not with me,
That is a sign of a personality disorder.
Why are there multiple of you?
Why are there multiple of you? One is bad enough.
He needed extra defender.
The only person defending Taz is Taz.
This is actually an important thing that I want to bring up, and it's that I don't know how to actually begin a conversation like this, because we are usually just in shitpost mode all the time. So, like, what is the theme of this? Like, what's the tone that we're trying to have here?
I lost one of my only first level spell slots due to shitposting, and I just can't use that anymore. So I know the feel.
Like, what is the tone that we want to go for when we play D&D?
Speaking of that,
do
Leslie,
we actually want to build characters, or do we just want to roll numbers with stats?
Are there any other spells that don't work as they're described? Because I don't want to choose a spell that I'm not going to want later.
Probably.
Probably.
You should run the spell by me if you're actually concerned.
Hmm.
Also, depending on the situation, the spell may not have the intended effect. Because there could be environmental factors. This was the case in the last campaign as well.
So what is Vitaly's opinion on this, or is he just reanimating our boar while we're arguing?
Yeah, he's over there.
yeah, that's
the boar.
And again, that rolls back to
that's
the original
hilarious.
point. The question I just asked, like,
I'm
a serious.
Sally's over there, like, can I just animate the skin?
Right.
I'm fine either way. I just need to fucking
I'll
know. So I
reanimate
don't seem
the-
like a
the
drama
meat
queen in
as
front of
we eat it.
everyone.
Okay, so hold on. Here, look. What I'm thinking is, Joe, listen. We've gone along with a lot of stupid decisions from just about everyone in this group. Sometimes we put up with other people's stupid decisions and we let them make their own mistakes. If it bites him in the ass, he deserves it, right?
And Nihilus, regarding the whole downed thing, he's been pretty ambivalent about it because his options are either piss off a friend to murder the downed, or piss off another friend by doing nothing.
I'm sorry. To me, that's a very human situation to be in. Like, this is an awkward situation.
Yeah,
But
like he hates
I don't
the
know.
downed.
I don't know if it's actually something worth pursuing, or if it's just an annoyance. I can stop. I will stop. Okay?
I mean, personally, I think it's very dramatic. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean,
But
it's literal-
dramatic might not be what everyone wants.
I mean, there's all conflict is drama.
All conflict is drama. Yeah.
Like,
So
this is-
when
this
we
just
end
happens
this
to be-
conflict, do we get experience for it?
I mean, do you guys
He said it.
experience ever? No.
Do we get a level?
Nope.
He asked the question. There it is.
Yeah, I can object to this now, and then what do I do when we want to hop through the next portal to our potential death? I go, oh well, Taz couldn't have his thing, so
No fun.
no fun.
Well,
Or when Vitaly goes to resurrect his and finally get his undead, I go, well, Taz couldn't have his thing,
I couldn't have my undead. And then they came back to
and you're
fight
not
us.
gonna have your undead.
They became undead anyway.
I could, hold on.
I was
hold on.
right.
I wanted a hound, and there were no hounds.
I'm gonna tell you that it's probably. Well, hold on. Individually, it is better for characters to do the thing they actually want to do, right? I should have made that backpack 100%. But
Oh, it all comes back to the backpack.
so, but what I'm saying is like
Yeah, but if you had made the backpack, we
We wouldn't have Snaglag.
we would, but she would be a backpack.
It'd be a little different.
And then you'd still have Snaglag. Just a little bit.
Just look, she's still Snaglag as she's drooling, strung from his backpack,
It'd be a different story, that's for sure.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
sucking blood out of her.
Like, we put it back.
Little
But-
straw.
What I'm saying is like, realistically, you should like, if you're concerned about like killing the downed, if your concern is killing the downed will be real life problem, you just say, hey Dustin, there's a good chance I'm gonna kill this fucking downed. Like,
I've said that multiple times, and
Yes.
I feel like people aren't believing me.
No,
Like,
I said that if there's a reason to kill the down, I will help you do it.
right. But
I'm
I
just
think-
not going to do it for no reason.
I think the thing that Thomas is trying to like get out of you is like, hey, would Dustin be mad if Val kills the downed?
Yeah, of course. I love the down.
What? No. No. He's trying to see.
he answered the question.
No. He did.
No,
That was a
literally
shit
just
post.
answered the question.
That was
Yeah.
absolutely
That
a
was a
shit
shit
post.
He's trying to make
Mhm.
sure that by killing the down, he doesn't actually upset you, the person. He's fully acknowledged the fact that Taz will be probably pretty miffed.
Yeah, I get that.
I can handle Taz
He
being
wants to
upset.
check- he wants to check if Dustin will be upset.
Yeah, Dustin wants his familiar, but that was taken away.
Yeah, you killed your familiars. He's talking about the.
I've got to bring an animal companion into this somehow.
That's not an animal.
It's
That is a monster.
We will help you
Animal.
find an
I will
acceptable
get you
animal.
a cat.
We're okay.
we're
We'll help you tame a goddamn owl bear if that's what it comes down to.
Maybe some kind of Rakshasa even?
I'd be fine with a Rakshasa.
Would you?
What the fuck ever?
I don't think you. I think you missed the shitpost there.
Yeah.
No, I got it. I don't care.
Okay.
If Leslie introduces a downed in Act 3, it's going to be used in Act 5. Just trust me.
No.
It's again.
Remember that part where he was like, I hate that you asked this question before saying yes, they do have downs?
I asked someone else, by the way, who DMs games, and he actually said the answer before I did. He was like, they would have a demon, a small demon mount. Anyway, but no, Dustin the person will be upset if Val the character kills the down.
Yeah, Dustin likes the downed.
It's not the question.
Yes, that's him saying yes. He would be upset.
Yeah, if you did it for no reason, is what he's saying.
I don't get upset very much, but I like the downed. I think that's the best way I can answer that question.
Even though Leslie has like gone on record multiple times explaining how this dowd wants to fucking murder something. You, a horse, like
The raccoon,
all of that.
the deer,
All of us.
pretty much anything made of meat.
Like its instinct is just to kill. That's
It's only a matter of time until the handle animal check fails, and it becomes the next pit bull on the 6 o'clock news.
Hey,
brave pit bull swims across ocean
Oh,
to drown a child.
Yeah, I totally understand the concern, but I'm just working with what we were presented with.
Okay, and I want you to know that as a result of that, like, Taz is a shitty person. In Val's eyes. Like, Taz is a really shitty person in Val's eyes.
I don't think it's for this reason.
And that is going to damage
I think we're all pretty
y'all's
shitty.
ability to work together. Like,
Val will remember this subtext.
you joke, but like, she's literally trying to tell him that this is bothering her a lot. And he's telling her,
Yeah, but all the reasons
Well,
that
you're wrong about how
your
you feel.
opinion, man.
it's
how you feel is wrong. Get over it.
You haven't presented like a real world example for how this individual demon is a
And to
problem.
be fair, the rest of the group, aside from Shiloh, don't know that we killed those fucking kids.
Yeah, I don't know that at all.
I think we could read between the lines. Most of us were there.
Actually, if I
No.
remember right, they literally let everyone else leave, and then they killed all the dredges.
Yeah,
I think a
y'all,
lot of
I-
that
left-
was...
I dragged the little girl away. I was like, come on, let's go. Val has to talk to them.
Yeah, look, we're taking the dog to the vet.
That's
And, like-
that's why I'm curious if Val has the ability to kill the down.
Can she do it again?
She's obviously equating this thing to what she feels as the people she killed.
and like, I think it's interesting that for Shiloh, it's fucking Tuesday.
Well, I know it's
Oh, look, another bad decision.
No, I just want to, like, it's interesting to me because, like, that's an interesting character point, in my opinion. Like,
But you also can't call it a bad decision because this is the standard decision of the region.
I mean,
Okay.
Like this is
he does have
slime living in the area.
oof,
he does-
oof.
he does have some case there that he's doing a better job at blending in.
Okay, persecuting gay people is the standard thing in Russia.
And the Ukraine.
Guess we should do it while we're there, huh?
No, because that harms something else. I'm not harming anything else right now.
Remember
But-
the warning label he made, or the waiver he made you sign when you bought the down? Yeah, I do not hold the breeder liable if it eats my face off.
Did I sign a waiver?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Is that not just a receipt?
I mean,
No.
it does act as a receipt. legally.
Of course, Of course, the Desmond didn't read the paperwork
no, he just
before
signed
signing.
the paper. He said you have to
Just
sign
sign
here
the
to hold
paper.
it down, so he signed it.
What a
Yeah, what's a
cute
scribble
demon
on a line
dog.
mean to me?
Yeah.
That's not the real me.
Like, and I don't know anything about you guys.
I mean, hold on.
In case
just-
for being a bad decision.
So here's my perspective as a person. I think Vitaly should have raised a corpse. And I think Val should have killed the dam.
I've been holding back for the sake of
And then
niceties.
Val should have killed the corpse.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that
we
just
had
the answer to everything? Someone does something reprehensible and Val just goes, no!
we had to kill the corpse anyway.
Vitaly just raises it every day.
No! Bad! But she
We also-
starts raising the down.
We literally, Sam killed all the scientists in that facility, and we just let him out.
No,
So-
we did not let him out. That was a very difficult decision to make because there is no precedent for something like Sam. Sam is new life.
Then the
We
only
do
thing
not
is-
know the potential of this creature.
And Sam
only
was
thing-
unaware that the scientists were dead. It didn't understand the concept of death.
It didn't even understand that it hurt them.
we just sent him out.
But it was still
It
let
was
out.
just get them under control.
The solution that we came up with for Sam was not the one that I liked, but it was what we had to do. Which you're gonna find is a common theme a lot with Val. I don't want to do this. I'd rather go do the cool thing. But fuck, if I don't do this, I might never find my brother.
I mean, I feel like that's a lot of the decisions that are made is there's always someone who's not going to agree with whatever decision it's made.
And I like that. But
But I think, personally,
Just raise the
again,
corpse.
I think what people should do with their characters is what the characters would do. If that ends up ruining the relationship between two of the characters, that's not a total deal breaker unless one of them says, if this happens, right? Let's say Val kills the dam, and then Taz says, I can't work with this group anymore. Then he just dips. Taz can, or I guess Dustin would create a different character, and then pick it up, right? A different character would come in that doesn't hate Val.
But I don't
They
mean
need
any
the
offense when I
down
say
wrangler.
this. I don't mean any offense when I say this, Dustin. But wouldn't he just get another Dowd? And the same thing would happen again? You
Unlikely.
put an animal in front of Dustin, he's gonna take the animal.
Animal, you said?
And we've proven at this point that it can be a chaotic, evil animal. And he'll still take care of it like it was a baby.
I mean,
Okay.
Nihilus has come to the absolute mindset that Taz is just going to do whatever Taz wants to do, regardless of anybody.
I mean,
Yeah, what's that based on exactly?
This isn't much different than if he had a
Taz has very much fallen in line throughout this whole campaign.
if he had a feral dog.
I'll be honest with you. Val does not know anything about Taz. At
You know
all.
that he was a
You
slave in London.
I mean, Thomas
No.
probably knows nothing about Taz, but
Yeah.
Val probably knows.
And we discussed it whenever we met Amari, and he hired us to go check in on Illimore at the facility.
No, okay,
Amari
so
was one of the
so
halflings from
I have
Rahadun.
notes. I have notes in the original character sheet. For all the people in the party, right? And for Taz, I literally have don't know much about him, kind of suspicious, always seems nervous, but he also seems nice enough.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I've got.
and while
know-
we were
You know, Dustin, you're absolutely right. I am mixing up characters.
We don't talk. That's the thing.
We meme.
We do
you
meet.
remember Amari from back in the city? The halfling that
No, because you had a one-on-one conversation with him.
no, he came up to us in the crowd. He was like, "I remember you," or something along those lines.
Right,
And
but
then
you
gave us-
were the only one
That was
who
a you thing.
interacted with him.
Sure, but I told you all that I knew him from Rahadun. Yeah, I didn't go too into this backstory. I was just a slave in Rohadun. I didn't know anything about this world or this system, so I didn't want to go too deep.
And I get that. I get that. But like, as a result of that, I didn't know anything about your character, and I was like, okay, it's kind of fitting for Val to not know anything about your character. And then I kind of expected to get to know your character, to get to know all your characters, but none of our characters talk. We do meme, and we do argue a lot.
Travel and fight other things, not each other, of course.
It's literally go from point A to point B, roll dice, kill monsters, go to sleep, roll dice, kill monsters, go to sleep. Wait for an NPC to tell us what to do. Repeat process. Like
my life post-slavery was all within school, so I'm kind of like a baby mind.
Kind of familiar.
Yeah, I'm not great at creating characters in the system for the first time.
That's fine. Like I'm not harshing on anyone's ability to create a character right now. What I'm harshing on right now is like our lack of dialogue with each other, because a lot of this probably could have been avoided if we'd actually had conversations. But sometimes when there are those awkward moments of silence and nobody wants to speak up, it seems like the best thing to do is just progress the day.
Or do random shit.
I try to do little like side stuff, but oftentimes it feels like people are just bored.
It just feels like we're always having an objective we're always going to.
And the time limit certainly doesn't help. You know, being put on what feels like a time constraint, but like people can still talk while there's a time limit. People can still get to know each other. People can still like have interactions.
There have been a few times when we could probably have like a conversation and others aren't interested in talking and things get moved along.
Good example would be the time we were sitting down with the tiefling girl.
Or to make it personal for me, because I relate to this one, I feel bad every time I bring up the letter. I feel bad every time I bring up my character's personal like endeavor, because that's my thing, not y'all's thing.
I hate personal quests on a not like other people's personal quests, but I always feel like anytime the story focuses on me, I'm just making everyone else bored.
Yeah, I've kind of done the same. I'm guilty of what you said, Red, but at the same time, I felt like Nihilus has admitted he wants to murder somebody, like not kill them because they're evil, legit murder somebody, and no one cares.
So from Val's point of view, I'm getting a little metagaming here. Sorry, breaking up the code. From Val's point of view, Nihilus is this guy that fucking strolls up in this brightly colored fucking robe, talks about like the darkest shit on the planet, and then blasts fucking rainbows out of his fingertips. She thinks this guy's a hoot.
Yeah.
She doesn't think he actually wants to kill someone.
Yeah, he's clearly a comic.
He's like Chris Angel, Rip Van Winkle.
This guy clearly just having a good time. He's, it's part of his eccentric personality.
Well, he wasn't always brightly colored.
From what, level 2?
Yeah.
Well, level 3.
There was the brief time of the exploding with flies.
Yeah.
And that was that's because there was a devil involved.
There was a devil involved. Like, that did not... And, to further emphasize this, he made a deal to save someone else.
Also, can we, hold on. I want to... Because there was like a group moment there where everyone felt bad about progressing individual stories. Stop feeling bad about progressing individual stories.
Yeah, stop feeling bad about that.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I just feel bad about talking, because it's like, I don't know if people want to talk at all. I have things to say. I have story points that I want to go over. Like,
Please
I was
go over
genuinely
the story
concerned on
points.
whether or not I should bring up the letter for the village.
I still don't fully understand this post-Brave New World.
You cut out a lot there. What?
He doesn't understand this post-world. that we're in.
Yeah, I'm still not completely like in the mental space to know pretty much anything about this culture or world compared to what the last campaign, you know?
Yeah, like what the fuck
I
happened? I've pieced
will-
together things.
I will admit, unfortunately, that due to some mental problems for some sessions, I am just like completely checked out.
And look, no one can be expected to be like 100% every game of D&D, okay?
Yeah.
First off, D&D is something that like you take time out of your fucking life every week, and some weeks you're just not there. I get it. People take notes. If you have questions, ask.
Yeah, like if anybody has questions about the setting, I will give
Don't-
you as much as
Okay,
your
yeah.
character knows.
I was about to say, don't. I've asked you questions and you just hit me with a shrug emoji.
Yeah, because you ask me questions your character just wouldn't reasonably know.
Where's
No,
the plot?
I have never asked that because I don't care.
I have.
The flawn's dead to me.
Oh no.
I have asked questions like as far as the world and how it's structured go because it helps me in crafting my character and what they would know. But, at the same time, I understand that he can't tell us everything because that would spoil things. Sucks, but, I am confused about the nature of my magic particularly. It's kind of stuck in a middle ground where I'm using a class from 5e that structures rune magic as like this ancient thing that has only just been rediscovered and nobody knows what the fuck it is. But we're using Pathfinder lore.
Sort of Pathfinder lore.
Yeah, it's heavily bastardized Pathfinder lore.
Well, we're 3 campaigns in.
Yeah, it happens.
Shit's a little different. This map is not a Paizo map.
I don't know if I should even focus on my rune magic. Because sometimes Val wants to talk big shit about her cool runes, and then I feel like, yeah, someone will probably look at that and go, oh, how elementary.
I mean,
Because it's not actually special at all.
it's never really been brought up, but by all concepts, Nihilus's magic shouldn't really work.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, a good way to describe it is no magic should work. There's no formula for making it all just snap together. It's all relative, causative nonsense that's jumbled together based on results.
Ironically,
most magic has formulas, to be clear.
If I understand correctly,
right, but it's not. What I mean is, it's not.
Yeah, if you can
It's
follow
not real,
these
it's magic.
steps specifically, and some of the steps are not. Some of the steps are ephemeral, right?
Like standing on one foot, holding the other foot with your right hand,
right. It's like if you
and
tried to,
and then there's Nihilus.
No. It's like if you tried to tell someone how to whistle. It's like you're not going to do it right? You're gonna you put your lips together and you blow. That doesn't mean you're gonna whistle. So you can't just do it just because you read how to do it, right? There's practice involved to do the thing. But for most magic, there is a formula that you have to follow, and people don't necessarily know why the formula works. They just know do this, do X, Y happens.
and what I meant was that some of the more subtle steps are inconsistent.
Right. And then there's what Nihilus does, which is
Jazz
Nihilus,
hands.
if you want to explain better as to why.
I mean, it's like Nihilus imposing his will on the world.
It's honestly, I would say it's more like a near cosmic being is letting me channel some minor element of his power.
Yeah.
That must feel exhilarating.
I think
Microcosm of Trap Daddy.
my own headcanon here. I don't think Nihilus is allowed to use the same somatic components with each spell.
I think
it literally has to be different every time.
Yeah, and that's fine by me. Like, every time he's shot out his rainbows, he's done something different. Like,
He's coming
One
up with
time
alternative
it-
dance routines.
Yeah.
Like, one time it's the finger guns, and then he tries the finger guns, it doesn't work that time.
one time it's the Kamehameha. Then that doesn't work.
So like, for Nihilus, whatever he does when he's casting spells, it has to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Maybe the verbal component is screaming an obscenity at the top of his lungs.
Maybe it's Shazam.
I would imagine that changes too. It's just essentially
Bazinga!
what comes to mind and what action comes to mind when I'm thinking about casting the spell.
It's whatever
Like-
feels right.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't say this to be offensive, but like you literally have to be lol so random to cast your spell because you're getting it from fairies.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
I know.
You have to become cringe incarnate to cast
So-
your spells.
And the worst part is, like, well, not the worst part. I fucking love it. Nihilus's personality, he's very morose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's very, like, he's kind of edgy teenager. He's not a teenager, he's 20. But,
Very
like,
true. Right?
you know,
Yeah, so why would Val think this guy wants to kill someone? She just thinks he's super in the gallows humor.
right? He's just very deadpan, except when he's slapstick.
Yeah.
This is literally pumped up kicks the situation. Like
But no,
Val's the person that's surprised when he actually does it.
I will encourage characters to do what characters will do. Because I promise all of my NPCs are doing what they will do.
That does define familiar spell work here. Explicitly.
Again, I'm sorry for derailing us, guys, but like I feel like that's a conversation we really need to have.
Magic's
And also,
not explicit.
Hmm.
That's what I'm trying to drill home for you.
for me,
No, for Dustin.
Maybe that's something we can all work on for next time. Being more vocal about our characters' pasts and actions and whatever have you. Being more
And
engaged.
well, no, not so much that, because my main concern is this.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it seems like y'all just don't want to be here.
And admittedly, that's true.
Brutal.
Yeah, I'm always here.
Well, as I
I'm
mentioned, mental problems.
Yeah, that's I understand. Okay,
Just gonna go
Mhm.
ahead
But, like-
and internalize that for later.
you are one of many, and I'm guilty of it too. Okay, I was tired today. I kind of checked out and was tired, but like the long periods of silence. The only thing that comes in my head during that is like, do y'all want to be here? Do y'all want to play D&D? Like, do we want to be doing something else right now?
I will say, Arcane Trickster wasn't the greatest choice for this campaign.
Probably not.
Why not?
It's
Not
just,
very many arcane tricks.
yeah, I'm scared to.
Things hit really hard in 5e.
That's not the problem. I'm not hitting you guys hard enough, apparently.
Oh no, you hit us hard enough to put the fear of God in us.
Yeah, but
There's a
I-
reason I didn't go in until I had mirror image up.
I've talked about this before, but
Arrow
like,
was so fucking clutch.
we have just gotten super lucky in encounters because the creatures that you have can literally just fucking tear us to shreds if they get lucky.
Well, it's all
Yeah,
based, right?
in-
dice
in
determine
the
a lot of
time-
story.
Okay, I know this would take active malice on your part, but if something took its legendary actions and got lucky with an attack of opportunity, or just rolled well on its
I'm not talking
attacks,
about
then it could
lucky. You literally
absolutely.
taunt all my creatures. They always target you because you're like, "Hey, target me." I'm like, "Eh, well, fuck. I guess."
And the
Yeah,
fact that
because
he's
my
not
job
dead-
is to. Yeah,
fact-
my.
You're a
if I
dodge
don't
mage,
do
and it's
that-
really crazy to me.
To be fair, we've never, in like 6 years, we never had a natural, unexpected character death.
Ouch.
I should have fucking killed KFC when I had the chance with the invisible tiger thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an
probably.
ouch, but it is also true. Like
Should've
the,
just- It tried
D&D
to
is always
run.
supposed to be
It
a
should have
danger
just
game.
full committed to the next rake.
I guess something to ask Nathaniel, when it comes to combat in your character, do you feel like a tank?
I am a tank. However, I can't have just Val on the front line with me.
Statistically,
Like-
a tank.
And
Yeah, I
to
am a
that
tank
point-
by necessity. Like, Taz, once I have the thing's attention, should be up on top of the thing, stabbing it 19 times, and
to
getting
that
all
point,
those sneak attack.
Pretty sure Taz.
he actually has
Really?
more AC than me.
You can only get one sneak attack per round in 5e.
Doesn't matter.
Per creature, I think.
No, it's pretty sure it's per round.
Should be per creature.
To that point, AC is also ridiculously hard to come by in 5e.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
fucking-
have...
Sophia has a lot of it.
Yeah, my class feature let me buff my armor. I have a shield, I have a ring of protection. I'm at 20.
Yeah, I'm at 17 most of the time. I'm in the danger zone. Like, that 3 is a big difference. And I'm I'm the one that runs in first.
I have enough health to comfortably survive 1-2 good hits.
Like, our tanking is literally, I run in, and I soak a bunch, and then he runs in and tank swaps. And we hope that we kill them before we fucking die.
Yeah, we are... I need Taz to commit to just going in with us, doing damage, and if he needs to, take one hit for us.
Please believe me when I say that I am doing everything in my power to, like, not make my character run away. Because I play the character as best I can. I make her jump in and do stupid shit. And every time I go, I'm gonna fucking die for this.
Yeah, and then Sophia takes all the hits.
I guess there is something I could do now that I have more spell slots to help with Val's tanking problem. because-
Sophia's too.
well,
I mean-
I can't do it to
Is
Sophia.
there a problem? Have you guys ever been close to dying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aside from like that one time.
I'm gonna say no.
Are you
Except for
sure
that
about
one
that?
time,
I
have
don't
you...
complain about it anymore because every time I complain about something, y'all meme about it for 4 years.
You sure we don't have like 2 healers? I have a ranged heal. I also have the
sorry.
ability to take damage off you if you get lethal. You
I
know,
feel like
that's like always there.
I'm gonna side with Ryan here. I have a feature. Do
that
you
you
guys
never
remember?
used.
Yeah, do you guys remember what my special class feature is?
No.
That when somebody goes down, he can immediately go to their side and heal them.
With the hit die.
Yeah,
I
I
want to
can-
point out I've never used this because
It's
you're
never
not
happened.
in that much danger.
I also have one to give disadvantage on attacks against you. Once again, haven't needed.
You have totally used it, and it's saved
Yeah.
fucking Sophia.
Used mine once.
I used it once. just once.
I think you've used it more than once, but I remember specifically you saved Sophia.
Either way,
was that the
guys,
one where
please.
the snakes happen?
we've got this.
Please do not downplay the situations that Sophia and Val have been in, because the front line is fucking scary in this game. One errant twitch from something and we're fucking dead. Okay, like, so are
Yeah.
you guys. Honestly, so are you guys. You should have more of a fear of God.
Leslie's
But-
over here like I
But
use a
my
villain point.
point was specifically Taz. You have the tools for maneuvering in combat.
He does only get one sneak attack per round.
Yeah, and I've been trying, but typically whenever we're fighting, we've been in pretty cramped places or not
only
in the
time
best
melee
places
would've
for me to
made
jump
any
in.
sense for him was with the Hydra, and that's because it gave disadvantage on ranged attacks.
But I also have to be chest deep in water to get.
Also,
Yeah.
combat is not where you guys struggle. Let's go ahead and be very clear.
No,
You guys are-
in character stuff is where we struggle.
Yeah, you guys are veterans at combat. Combat has not been, like I said, a regular Hydra is technically a deadly encounter for you guys, and that was a juiced Hydra, and you guys fucking curb stomped it, and you didn't
Because we
even.
rolled well.
No.
I got really lucky with
We
that.
had no strategy. We were
Yes.
flailing around like idiots.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you
You
account
can't-
for the fact that you had no strategy, that doesn't with strategy would have just been stompier.
It's also
and to
hard
be
to
fair,
strategize for that situation.
having no strategy fit the situation.
But
Yeah,
also,
I just dropped on us in the middle of the night.
That's true.
what I'm saying here is there's definitely baked in strategies that you guys aren't using.
Sophia and I use the fucking combo all the time.
Well,
combo are you
what I
talking
was saying earlier is something I can do to Val is cast mirror image on you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Up there.
Gives me some safety
The
for a while.
Problems.
Uh-oh.
I would have to go before you
Which
to get
I
it
can-
on you
Val-
before you,
Val,
I can
before
set
you-
it up.
guarantee that.
and I would have to be close to you, as it's a touch spell.
Get
You
close
can
to them.
guarantee that.
I
can
can.
as well.
Yeah, because there's just movement, so you can, if you go before Val, you can take the 10 steps forward, touch Val, and then take 20 steps back.
Yeah. It's just those need to be mentioned as those are the
I mean,
requirements.
it's better than that. All right. Let's imagine a world where, for some reason, Nihilus' legs get broken,
Mm-hmm.
and then
I can see it
initiative's
happening.
rolled, right? Val
Mhm.
could swap initiative so that Nihilus goes first, and then Nihilus could use his bonus action to get Val to move to him out of turn, and then buff Val.
Yeah, there are ways we could do this.
Yeah.
You guys have a ton of options. As far as
I started trying to
Taz-
experiment with them.
as far as Taz helping Sophia, there's a really cheesy one. So, actually, yeah, this is actually a 3-part combo that I realized could have happened last fight, which is ludicrous. But it is a lot of resources to burn on it. So, here's the scenario. Sophia walks up, smacks a thing, right? Puts the taunt on them. They have disadvantage against anything that's not Sophia, right? Sophia ends her turn. Out of turn, I believe, is it? Yeah,
As reaction.
as a reaction, gives Sophia the disengage for free, and then Nihilus gives her a move action. And then
Yep,
she just
it's
moves
out.
out of-
So it's
moves out of
taunted,
range.
and I'm 30 feet out of range.
Yeah, correct.
See,
Well, that's the thing. I could also just punch it and walk away. I'd provoke.
I
Not
could
if-
still give you the disengage.
not
You
if
could
it
give
was
me the
free
disengage.
Yeah.
well, also
So
for
it doesn't
Taz,
take Nihilus's ability
Yeah.
if
but
I'm already in range.
you could use your full movement to get in range, and then
See, I think-
you could full movement out.
I think I have never gone over what my full spell book actually is for everybody.
Be real, I have no idea what the fuck a lot of you guys do. Shiloh, shoot bang, shoot bird,
Like,
and occasionally cast heals. I know
The buck's
Vitali
30
fly.
feet away.
And this is just the fucking once per encounter thing that I'm talking about. This doesn't even include the fucking absolute shenanigans you guys could pull off with Dina.
We could set all our weapons on fire.
when
She's a monkey's paw. We have to be very specific.
You have
Taz,
to- you have to be specific about what you're asking for, because she doesn't actually know what's happening most of the time.
Fire support.
But Taz, I've never really mentioned it before, or at least it's never come up because I have such. I need to be careful with my spells, but I do have invisibility.
I don't think that'll help me, personally.
Yeah, he gets a sneak attack guaranteed as long as something's within 5 feet of it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, as far as
As long as
getting
he's
in and
working with the
sneaking around-
front line, he gets free sneak attacks.
If you want
Yeah.
absolute horseshit, though, hold on. I have to check something.
Oh, another.
No, you're good. Carry on.
I was going to say another spell I got back is Fairy Fire, which I need to remember is actually really good.
That's the one that dispels invisibility.
Well, not only does it dispel invisibility, but you get advantage on attack rolls.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, I keep confusing it with Pathfinder Fairy Fire, but it's different. It's very different.
Way better.
I miss Pathfinder.
And I
Really,
basically, at this point, need to stop casting Hex. I mean, it's still cool. If I have open spell slots for it, I can use it, but I have better things I can do. I need to keep that in mind.
You
That's
are getting
sad.
to the level where Hex starts to get outclassed by other spells.
They
Yeah,
have their way of helping Hex keep up.
Hex
the longer
doesn't
the
need
fight,
to keep up.
The longer the fight is, the better Hex is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it just keeps going.
Yeah. So against
with
the
a Val
Hydra,
fight.
against the Hydra, it's kind of a toss-up because of the disadvantage on ranged attacks.
yeah, and Fairy Fire wouldn't have helped that situation.
What's
But
Sophia's
the
spawn come from?
Just from class ability.
What ability?
It is the armor itself. So as an armor, the defender configuration.
Oh, is it
I need to
Thunder
pull it up.
Gauntlets?
Yeah, Thunder Gauntlets.
Perfect. So absolute shenanigans, instead of invisibilitying Taz, you get invisibility Sophia.
Huh. Be interesting.
The armor magically emits a distracting pulse when the creature attacks someone else. That's what gives it disadvantage.
We are at a point where the DM is giving us pity strats.
Well, no, like,
I appreciate
said-
any 5e advice.
combat is not where you guys are struggling anyway.
I disagree with that on a personal level.
Okay, combat is where Dustin specifically struggles.
Yeah,
And
it's just the
that's what I
conversion
was
from 5e
pointing
to
out is-
Pathfinder.
Taz is perfectly safe as long as the others are on the front line with him.
I legit don't know what Arcane Trickster does.
Well-
I'm not gonna lie, that has also played part in like some of the animosity that Val's got. Like, she doesn't feel like Taz has her back.
I've taken a hit.
Usually your own fault, though.
But I'm not, like, from a combat
Taz is
perspective.
sneak attack, run away. The
Yeah,
character.
From a combat perspective, I'm like in 5e, a rogue is equally as efficient from range as he is in melee as far as like damage goes. But yeah, I agree. I could probably take another hit or two.
Do Mage Hand.
5e, they just give you dex to damage with bows. That's crazy.
See, I thought
That is-
you always did. How much sneak attack damage were you doing before?
Just got 2d6 this level, I believe.
Yeah, the fifth is
3d6 at 5th level?
3d6.
3d6.
Is it 3d6?
No.
It's 3d6. I'm looking at
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
All right. Well, I rolled one lower than I should have last session.
Yeah,
okay.
every 2
Wait.
levels you get
Wait, but-
1d6.
Is it reduced because of Arcane Trickster? Maybe. No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't get that until
first level
third.
spell slots?
Yep.
You have spells.
Yep. Yeah, I use Green Flame Blade pretty frequently.
Would have been useful last fight.
I couldn't get into melee.
You absolutely could have.
He was in. I'm
What else
2.5 feet tall.
It's true that the
Uh,
would have been a problem.
My first level spells are ID, Insinuation, Sudden Awakening, Find Familiar, and Hideous Laughter.
ID.
Yeah, I heard it.
I'd Insinuation.
I'd insinuate that.
What is that?
You unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of one creature you can see within range, impairing its ability to make decisions. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be incapacitated.
That's pretty
At the end of
fucking
each, Yeah, at the end of each of its turns, it takes 1d12 psychic damage, and it can then make another Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. But anyway, I actually think this was actually just pretty productive. This conversation. Glad we had it.
I would agree, but I'm sorry if I sound cynical on this, guys, but I feel like next week probably the same thing. I'm not saying that like saltily. Like people have things going on, and
I still
sometimes
think people should just do what their characters would do.
and that's probably the best thing to come out of this, honestly. Whatever your character would do it. No hard feelings between the players.
Yeah.
Oh. Unrelated, Jim's magic missile.
Jim's magic missile.
Yeah,
Game spells.
level 1 spell. Create 3 darts. Make attack rolls. 2d4 damage per each. But if you roll a 1, they all blow up in your face.
Yeah,
For 1 damage each.
That's penny arcade stuff.
No, this was productive though, and I hope that
Like I said, if you're worried about something your character would do actually offending a player, just talk to the player. Like table talk it for a second. Be like, hey, this is probably what's gonna happen.
Well,
in my perfect world, there would be a reanimating dying corpse every day. The down would have already been killed. And
Taz would be walking while the rest of us are on horses.
And I'll be real with you. I will be absolutely real with you, okay? If it had been any other player, that down would be fucking dead. But I know that Dustin really fucking likes animals.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would kill it.
Val would kill it.
No,
Actually, Val says she wants to kill the down. I'm still curious to whether or not she can actually do it.
Why do you have to call me out like that?
Why? I've been looking forward to that, and still am looking forward to that, since the down was acquired.
I guess we'll find out next week.
Do you mean like physically kill the down or emotionally?
How do you emotionally kill a down?
Do you know what I mean? Like, you made the connection between that thing and the things and the dredges?
100%. I actually pay attention to the story because I'm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did y'all think I was just an irrational madman this entire time?
No.
No, I don't think so. I think pretty much everybody's totally on page except for Dustin.
No, I think you've been attributing it to just being a Desnan way too hardcore.
Well, that's part of it too. Like honestly,
so I'm just like, well, I'm a
big part of
Desnan too. So.
And also, there are levels to religion, right? Like he could be a Desnan, but I said this. I think
goes to church on Easter Desnan, not a feeds the homeless Desnan.
Yeah, he's not.
That was kind of my point I was trying to get at too. Is that you're talking about like real intimate knowledge of Desna here, and you know maybe I'm wrong, but like that kind of intimate knowledge from Val is a little left field for me. But I also
no, like I said, I'm fine with Val being devout Desna. Because there are plenty of I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. It's fine.
What he's saying is the knowledge of the theology.
Yes.
But are we as players to assume that the Cosmos operating the same as they were, whenever the last campaign occurred?
Hold on, repeat your question.
Like, are we as players just supposed to assume that all the gods are playing along the same that they have been the whole time from the previous campaigns? Like, there's nothing dynamically different going on up there?
I see what argument you're trying to make. But as a player, you can... As a player, I promise, if you go look at wikis, you will be shocked at what the world is like.
But there's not like... It's not like different in like a Starfinder sense, as far as the gods are concerned.
As far as a Starfinder? Starfinder?
Yeah, like...
There's no guarantee Starfinder happens in my universe.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that, but in this
We might
universe,
actually be on the path for Starfinder in this
But
universe.
do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you go look up the Wikipedia page for Quarantine, it's not going to be accurate, is it?
oh, of course, yeah, this is a completely different
Right. Go look
universe.
up the that's
But I mean, like, even from this campaign, from the last campaign, are we to assume that the gods are operating like with the same ideals and whatnot?
last campaign. Massini existed. Sure.
Massini does not exist.
So
I-
if you're asking if things can change, things can change.
I think that what we know about what the gods are like is the same as what our characters would know, because
I mean, if you're a Desna, you probably know a decent amount about Desna.
I want to give my point of view on this. This is my way of thinking about this. Get a little personal here, real quick. It's not that personal. I grew up Catholic, okay? I'm not Catholic, but I know a lot about Catholicism now, okay? Just because, like, I grew up Catholic
You know how to
and
recite
around
the Hail
Catholics. Yeah,
Marys?
I certainly do. I know how to do a lot of stuff that I just don't do because it was ingrained in me at a young age from school and stuff. I went to Catholic school and all that.
I went to a Catholic church once, and that's way off topic. But the guy didn't give me the cracker, and I was like, "What?"
But you're not. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. Not going into that. But
are there like any
regardless,
gods in this world? I'm sorry. Go on.
The way I see it is like I grew up that way, and when I try to make a character that is religious, I conflate my own experience into that. If that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
So, like, I feel like Val would know the highlights just like I know the highlights. Would she be able to quote things back and forth? No, I certainly can't quote Job, but like...
Within this world specifically, are there like any new gods or any gods that are gone that our characters know about that we as players don't know about based on our previous knowledge? So it's been a little while since the last campaign happened, so I don't know. I don't know how the Pantheon's looking right now. If it's exactly the same, if you know what I mean.
I don't think we asked enough questions at the start.
I don't think you guys asked any questions at any point.
Little bit of a sidebar, but speaking of quoting scripture, if everybody could look up Psalms 137, 9.
That's the one that just says Godding,
right? No.
Happy is the one who seizes your infants and bashes them against the rocks.
Okay, Joshua Graham, chill out.
Ezekiel 23:20.
No, don't do it!
Oh my god. Anyway.
Also, you gotta do the full thing, like, just... Gotta do the full thing.
You know, don't worry about it.
The full quote. You gotta do the full chapter. It's so good. Yea, by the rivers of Babylon, we sat and wept. When we remembered Zion. See,
the Bible sounds dirty.
I know that chapter because fucking Joshua Graham recited it at me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's just if I'm wrong about that, if I'm wrong about like the inherent knowledge that your character would know from being religious, and it really is just tied to, oh, you only know what your number tells you know, then that's on me.
Oh, you're talking about religion checks?
Yeah, like I thought.
I think as far so checks are always like relative, right? That's something that's very important.
Heck, they're funny.
So like, when I don't know, you don't typically have to roll a religion check if it's about your own religion, unless it's something really obscure. Because you can decide on your own how much your character knows about your religion. Now, if you're rolling about a different religion, then it's going to be...
How much do you know about Zoroastrianism?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
a lot more than I used to.
I expect all
You're
of you
welcome.
to have a basic minimum understanding of Ayamadea. Like,
Unfortunately.
because that's kind of what your government's built on. But
So as far as your own deity,
you should. I don't care. Yeah, you're gonna know a good bit about your deity. Now, if you say something that I know is incorrect about your deity, you're just gonna be wrong about it. I'm not gonna
Okay,
correct you.
that's fine.
That's how culture is made.
Well, I mean, in general, anytime you guys like, if you say something, if you assume something about the world and then say the thing, I'm not gonna correct you. If you ask me, hey, what about this? I'm probably gonna have you roll to see if you're accurate. If you're accurate, I'm gonna tell you the thing. If you're inaccurate, probably gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna lie to you. You're a monster.
I mean, that's why I really like the blind rolls, because like maybe you're just wrong about something.
I like the blind rolls. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. It's better not.
Gotta love the confidently incorrect.
Yeah,
I like seeing the dice roll. It gives me serotonin.
that's true. That's the one thing I don't like about the blind rolls.
Number go
Like,
up.
like if it rolled the die, but the die itself
Had a bunch
had
of
no
question marks
numbers.
on it? Yeah,
Yeah,
some click clacks.
Be terrible. Oh
the
god.
click clacks and
Yeah, I recognize that edge. That's a 20.
The tension. I'd hate
It's
it.
a 20.
I'm sorry for distracting us for so long, guys. I appreciate y'all sitting with me on that one.
I think this is an appropriate conversation. But I am gonna kill a Volstrom.
Yeah. Probably should kill off
wait,
Strom a while ago.
where are we ending the session? Are we we're setting up
Dinner.
camp and resting?
Oh,
We were
camp's already
eating
set up.
whenever
You guys
we were
getting
done.
bored, and then
Arguing.
yeah.
Okay, so
figure
Valid
it
and
out.
as we're arguing.
so we can pick up in the morning.
Taz will sneak
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
some board to the